good to go. We're going to kick this off. First and foremost, thank you guys all for showing up. Party Rental people, you guys are awesome. I am dumbfounded and humbled at how many of you guys are in here. We got tons and tons of people, over 100, well, almost 130 people on here live right now. You guys are awesome. Super, super humbled by this. So let's jump right in. 5 reasons your website sucks and how to fix it. So first thing I want to address is why. Why are we doing this? Why the title? Why are we go ahead and focusing on websites now? Here at Event Hawk, we've worked with over 1,000 different websites from all different booking softwares, different website providers, the ones you see on screen, literally over almost 2,000 of them maybe. And it's really just amazing what we're finding. I really do believe that nobody else in the industry has worked with as many different websites as me and my team. I mean, you got, different people who work with just their website, but the diversity that my team and I have worked on with all the different websites is really second to none. And what we found just working with all these websites are so many issues that keep coming up. And really, as a marketing company, for us, our job is to think like your customer. Our job is to make you money. And when we have these websites that are not optimized, then nobody wins. So we're finding that we see all these websites, and just today I had somebody that is paying us to do their marketing, and we're starting to run some marketing campaigns. And then when we go to Google, this is what we found. This is how his website looks like on Google. No joke. This is literally what his website looked like when you Google it. Untitled. It's like Meta. Mind you, he paid $3,000 for this website. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not saying that anybody didn't. I mean, it could be a number of things, but I don't even want to show you what actual website looked like. Like just honestly, it's pretty bad. So when we see things like this, again, some things you can notice, some things you don't. But our job is really to help Party Rental website business owners really make some money, and it's just tough when the website isn't there. So what are we going to be covering today? Tips and tricks to significantly enhance your website. I'm going to make you guys a big promise. This is not a big, long sales pitch. You're going to walk out of this today with the knowledge you need to go ahead and really do some work during off season to enhance your website. It's going to be awesome. How does that sound? Anybody excited? Let me know in the chat. I want to see that chat on fire. Let me know who's excited. I don't care if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Zoom. Let me know in the chat if you're excited. Let me know where you're listening from. Seriously, I mean, I'm excited. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. But just imagine what that'd be like if your website was actually just a money-making machine, like an employee that's just constantly making you money. That would be pretty nice. Wouldn't that be awesome? So if you're excited about that, let me know. Big reveal. We're going to be sharing with you guys how to get a website makeover for just $1. Super excited about that. That's going to be our big reveal, revealing our product that we're going to be launching tonight. There's going to be a really great free gift at the end, which I'll talk about right now. And then we're going to do a Zoom Q&A. As usual, we do these Q&As at the end of the calls, and just to anybody who's interested to ask questions. So we'll do that as well. Free gift at the end. Just as a thank you for listening to me ramble on until the end. I'm going to give everybody who sticks around till the end a free copy of the Party Rental website playbook. This is my baby. This is a book I wrote a while back. Just tons of information on how to optimize your website. I don't really talk about it much. I kind of wrote it as we were optimizing websites, all the different things we were finding. My job is to study this stuff. So I put everything I found from everything and what I've applied to other websites in this book. And everybody here who sticks around till the end is getting a free copy. So if you guys are excited, yes, let me know. This will give you some great reading material through the off season. Shouldn't take more than 60 minutes, maybe 90 with the Q&A. So put your questions in the chat. We do have Jana here and a few others that are going to be helping monitor the chat. Put your questions down there and we'll be sure to address them. First and foremost, who the heck am I? I know a lot of you guys are like, just what's for those of you guys who have not seen my stuff before. My name's Tariq. First and foremost, a Party Rental business owner. Sorry, I don't know who's drawing on the screen. Let me stop that real quick. I didn't even know you could do that. Clear all drawings. There you go. This is a picture of my warehouse when it's clean. I wish I could say that it's always as clean, but if you have a problem with my rolls, then you can come to my warehouse and you can roll them. Every time I show this picture, like, oh, well, you're rolling them wrong. You got stuff sticking out. You come roll it. I got like 20 employees. You want to come do their job? Be my guest. I'm a college instructor part-time as well. I love teaching. That's what really my passion is, teaching. This is my first class that's graduated that you guys see here. And party rental marketer. This is my baby now. This is kind of my new venture that we've been doing. And of course, I'm the founder of Event Hawk. We're a Google partner. We've had articles published on news stations. Just a quick big hand of applause for Event Hawk, for our team this year. Up until from January this year till November, we've helped generate over 16,000 online bookings for party rental business owners, $5.6 million in online bookings. This does not include the phone call bookings, people booking through email or phone call, not included in this. This is just online automatic bookings. And like I said, we work with over 1,000 different people around the country. So this is what party rental marketing should look like. So that's what Event Hawk is. For those of you guys who aren't sure what Event Hawk is, it is a party rental marketing company, and that's what we do. A little bit about my operation. So my party rental business, we have a warehouse, I have a storefront, office space. We started out in a garage, went to a storage unit, then 8 storage units total. We're working out of 8 different storage units, and now we have a warehouse with the office space. More pictures of my warehouse here, a little bit messier here. Got a nice forklift. This is my team, having a big team meeting. Awesome team, tons of headaches, but hey, that's what happens. We are the highest rated rental company in my area. We're in the Chicago suburbs. This is an old picture too. We got more than that now, but we got our next competitor down has like half of our reviews, so we're pretty big on that. We've done huge events for companies like Chicago Cubs, USPS, Hilton, done all kinds of stuff. We've done everything from tents to photo booths. We even got into our own in-house DJ service at one point. This is a pay-to-play event that we did in front of our actual warehouse. And as you can see, it's pretty packed. This was like our in-house DJ that would go to weddings and stuff. So we've done a lot of different things, school events, festivals. So all this to say, I'm one of you guys. This is what I do. This is, first and foremost, for those of you guys who don't know my story, you guys could probably see my other YouTube videos, but I started out in healthcare and then started this company and grew my party rental company. And now I help other people grow their party rental companies. So let's do this. Let's get to the topic on hand. You guys have been very patient. Starting with a question. Let's see who knows the answer to this question. Do you know how many of your website visitors actually turn into paying customers? Let me know in the comments. Who knows the answer? How many of your website visitors turn into paying customers? In other words, how many of your clicks turn into paid bookings? Who knows? Let's hear it. No idea. 10%, less than 1%, 5%, 2%. All right. Thank you guys for all the answers. I mean, we don't even know. Half of us, I'll tell you, 99% of us here on this webinar have no idea how many clicks we even got. Nobody cares how many clicks they got. Nobody knows, right? Like, we don't even know. Like, we don't even, I can tell you how many bookings I got, but ask me how many clicks. I don't care about clicks. Less than 1%. Google it, people. Easy to Google. This is not just your website. This is your website, everybody else's website in all industries. Websites generate less than 1% or convert at a rate of less than 1%. It's insane. It's ridiculous. If you're upset, you should be. And I guarantee you, most of you guys are way less than 1%, right? You're going to say, well, Tariq, you don't know what you're talking about. I did 500 orders this year. Well, you probably got 50,000 clicks if you got 500 orders. And then when you see that, you're like, oh my God. So your website is really leaking, is what I like to say. And that's why we're doing this. So without further ado, 5 reasons your website sucks. And first and foremost, and this is what I'm going to share with you guys. It took me about a decade to learn. And this is what I've come up with here. First and foremost, your website was built for you. This is the biggest reason websites suck, is because they were built for you and not for your customers. This is a meme that I found. Kudos to ImageFlip or whoever got this. Literally, I mean, this is what we see. We think our websites are awesome. We think, our websites are our greatest thing out there. But your customers are looking at your website like, what's there? And you'll never know. That's the worst part. You will go on for years. You will spend thousands of dollars on your website, and you'll go on for years never knowing that your website sucks, never knowing that it's leaking, never knowing that your website is frustrating your customers. I mean, if you're lucky, and this will never happen, you'll get a 1-star review from a customer who doesn't do business with you, who says, I started to book on their website and it was just super confusing. here's a 1-star review because your website, nobody's going to do that. People don't leave 1-star reviews because your website is confusing. So that's why I said, if you're lucky, then you'll find out and you'll say, huh, maybe I should look at my website, but that's not going to happen. So again, you will go on for years and years, people for decades, literally not knowing that there's a problem with your website. And this is the big reason this is the case, is because the person you paid to build your website, or the software company, their job is to make you happy. They're not doing anything wrong. Their job is to make you happy, right? So you're going to say, well, you know, I want this or I want that on my website, and they're going to give it to you, right? They're going to give you what you want, but you and your customer could not be more different. And that's the fact, that's the truth, right? Like the business owner, the way the business owner thinks, an entrepreneur, the way an entrepreneur thinks, and the way a customer, a consumer thinks are two totally opposite things, right? So that's why when you're the one that's picking out your website, when you're the one that's saying, hey, well, I want this here, and I think this is pretty cool, I want Amazon style checkout, and I want this and I want that. Based on what? Where is this, like, where are you making these decisions? Because Amazon did it? Well, Amazon, everybody already knows Amazon. Amazon could put crap on their site and it'll still work, right? You can't just emulate Amazon. We're going to circle back to Amazon, but you can't just say, hey, I'm going to do like this company. There's a reason they do what they do. I guarantee you Amazon has numbers that they look at based on their users and stuff. So you really have to understand that when you're the one building your website, or you're the one telling your website designer what you want, that's a problem. What's the solution? Well, you need to study this stuff. And that's our job. My job as a marketer is to study your customer, right? So when we build a website, when we do something, we're doing it. Our job is to make sure that it's good for your customer. A lot of people, we get so much hate for Event Hawk. Like, oh, I don't like the pop-up, or I don't like this, or I don't like that. It doesn't matter what you like. It's going to make you money. I know it because I've done it for 1,000 other party rental companies and it works, right? You don't want it, that's fine. But if you want to make money, this is how you do it. I don't like it. Some things I don't like, but you really have to design your business. You cannot build your business for you, right? You have to build it for your customer. So it's really, really important to study the customer journey. Now, we're going to talk about in the end, like I said, we're going to talk about, if you want all this done for you, I'll tell you about our packages in the end. But ultimately, this is something that nobody talks about. People talk about how cool their websites look, how awesome their features are, but does anybody actually know what the customer wants? The data, right? And this data is out there, guys. It's not a secret. Companies have spent millions of dollars on research. Companies like Apple, like Netflix, like Nike, they've got the research out there about how a customer thinks. All you got to do is Google it, but we don't, right? Nobody cares. I do, because that's my job, right? As a marketer, that's what I do. So as we go through these websites, we're finding that, again, why they suck is because you're the one that's building them. You're the one that's telling your website designer or your booking software, hey, well, I want this here, I want this there, I like this color palette. So it's really important to understand that you need to build your website with the customer in mind, not with you in mind. Next point. Let me share my screen again. Whoops, almost ended that. All right, that's number one. So with that said, the first thing that we find is that the homepage is lacking. Okay, so I promised you guys 5 points. Number one, you gotta build the website for your customer, not for you. Okay, how do you do that? What are you talking about? Give me some specific examples, Tariq. Well, your homepage. This is the first thing that the customer sees. 50% of website visitors leave or bounce just after visiting your homepage. This is a fact, guys. This is called your bounce rate. Look it up. Most bounce rates for companies are anywhere between 50 to 60%, maybe like 40 if you're, doing something amazing. But I mean, this is blood boiling stuff, right? Like, I don't know about you, but 50% never make it past my homepage. This is crazy, right? Like, I mean, all this work that you do on other pages on your website, and half the people, 50% of your problem is on your homepage. So let's take a look at why that is. What is it that we're doing wrong on the homepage here? You guys should still be able to see my screen, but let's look at some websites here. Put your website in the comments. I'm going to pick a random website and I'm going to pull it up, and just so that there's no, there's no bias, I'm going to pick a random website and we're going to go through. I'm only going to do one, guys. I've done tons of website audits in the past, but let me pick a good one here. Man, a lot of websites. All right, slow down, guys. All right. Jana, how about you pick one? Pick a website for me. This way, Jana could be the bad guy, not me. I guess Jana doesn't want to be the bad guy. All right. I'm just going to pick this website. I've never heard of this website before, ocjumperbros.com. I don't think I've ever heard of it, but let's go see what we got. All right, there you go. Perfect. So this website here, I'm going to get to the homepage and we're going to look at it. I'm going to look at mobile view, and this is what you want to do. You don't want to look on desktop view. You want to look at mobile view. This is what most of your customers see when they arrive on your website. Okay. It looks great, right? Like you got some cool colors, you got some kids jumping in the background, you got some animations, right? That's what you think. That's what you and I think is pretty cool, right? Fact, you're supposed to answer 3 questions as soon as somebody arrives on your homepage in order to reduce your bounce rate. Each page on your website has a job. The job of your homepage is not to book now. And this is the biggest mistake people make. They put book now all over their website. I don't even know you, bro. Like you're asking me to book now as soon as I got to the website, right? The job of the homepage is to get me to click through to other pages on your homepage to get closer. So what are the 3 questions, right? 3 questions that you're supposed to answer. Your customer should see these 3 answers as soon as they arrive on your homepage. What are they? Number 1, what is it that you do? Right? What do you do? Number 2, where is it that you're located? And number 3, what is it that you want me to do next? What is it that I'm supposed to do next? Okay, so let's go through that. What is it that you do? What's the first thing that jumps out at you guys? Just tell me. Well, if you just look at this website, right? We're gonna go from here to here. What's the first thing that jumps out at you? Let's bounce, right? That really doesn't tell me what you do. Now you might say, well, Tariq, there's kids bouncing in the background. Dude, your customer doesn't know are you like a FEC, or you're like a Chuck E. Cheese where I come and jump at your place, or you bring them to me. I mean, again, you have to make it crystal clear, and this is not my rule. This is just what the data, it has to be crystal clear. What is it that you do? Okay. Let's bounce doesn't tell me that. Where is it that you're located? I have no idea. And I should see these answers without scrolling whatsoever, right? And you're going to tell me, well, it says it right here, or it says it over there. I'm not going to read that. Guess what? Because I'm distracted. I'm lazy. I'm in a hurry. I got pick up my kids. I got phone calls. I'm not going to sit here and look through your website. And last but not least, what is it? What's the call to action? What is it that I'm supposed to do next? Book now. Yeah, in your dreams, buddy. And again, you guys might say, well, Tariq, I get online bookings. 1%. That's what you're getting. 1%. We want to get more, right? So let me show you guys a better example. And again, so what we do is in most cases, we don't build the website. So what you guys are going to see is a website that we made some changes to. So let's look at, Nick Glaston, right? Here. So this is Nick's website. Let's take a look. Boom, look at that. So let's look at, here we go. Sorry, this is a little weird. All right, I land on his website right here. North Shore Bounce House Rentals and Waterslide Rentals. We've got deals for you. I did have to scroll a little bit, to be fair. I don't like this thing here, but this is what I would do here. Boom. What is it that you do? Bounce House and Waterslide Rentals. Where is it that you're located? North Shore. What is it that I got to do next? Check for coupons. Now, for a lot of you guys, like, what coupons? I mean, you tell me. What are more people going to click? Book now or check for coupons? Yeah. You tell me, what would you click? You've never heard of this website before. It's not Amazon, right? First time here, and you're expected to book now or check for coupons. Which one do you think more customers are going to click? Yep. And what we do is with Event Hawk, when we do this, we generate a lead. So we know that most customers, even when you do everything in this webinar, they're still not going to jump in. Oh my God, here, take my credit card. Most likely they're going to leave. They're going to want to come back after checking in with their wife. So what we do is, what we recommend you do is, before they leave, collect their information. So this is what Nick does. What we set up for him: name, email, phone number. It looks a little weird on here, but before, I know you're going to leave. I know most people I know that 99% are going to leave my website without booking. So before they leave, I want to collect their information so that I can follow up. This puts the ball in your court. So now you have the opportunity to call your customer, to text them, to email them, do whatever you want. You own that data. So that's the first thing, guys. You want to put those things right on your homepage and make them super, super clear. So it's easy to do, right? Like, you can go in and you could change it. But that's just one thing right off the homepage. That's the job of your homepage. So that is the first thing, your homepage. This should significantly reduce your bounce rate, because again, you only have me for a few seconds. When I land here, I want to be able to see what it is that you do, where is it that you're located, and what is it that you want me to do next. I'll show you guys my website now. My website, because I'm so busy with EventHawk, I don't get it. I'm telling you, my website is like a patch job. So don't take my website as a job, but this is what I did with my website, because I learned this and I said, man, I need to fix my website. So I did this real quick. This is my website. I just put an image on there that says Orland Park Bounce House Rentals. We do bounce houses, water slides, and obstacle courses. Check for coupons. Now you might be like, man, your website looks like crap, Tariq. Makes me tons of money, guys. I'm not touching it. I'm more concerned with the functionality of my website than how pretty it looks, right? And my website, I know my numbers, I know the data, and this works. So this was like a quick fix for me. This website was not built by EventHawk, so we'll talk about those offers in the end, but this is just to kind of show you guys an example of how easy you can do that. So that's number 2, your homepage is lacking. Number 3, your product page is failing. So if you lose 50% of your people on your homepage, the other 49% you're probably losing on your product page. Why is that? Let's take a look at here. I'll look at another website just so that it's fair. Give me another website, guys. Or actually, here, I'll go back. Jana, you got a website for me? Or you want me to pick one? All right. I'm going to go with, let's see. Oops. And while I'm finding a website, tell me in the comments, guys, just what I've shown you so far, just your homepage. What do you guys think would happen if you guys made those changes on your website? I'm curious to, again, you know, this is just a conversation, just making those few changes to the homepage. What do you think, what kind of effect do you think that'll have on your business? You can't unmute, Jana? All right, I don't know how to unmute you. All right, there you go, Jana. Go ahead and give me a name.
Okay, sorry. I was like messaging you and telling these people, tell him I can't unmute. There was somebody who did their website themselves instead of a template. So they're like, how about we look at a website that isn't a template, which I agree that is good. So I'm scrolling quickly to try to find it. It was jumphighclub.com. jumphighclub.com.
All right. jumphighclub.com. All right. Very cool. So same thing as far as the homepage. Some stuff is hard to read, but again, let's always look on mobile, guys. This is another big problem. This isn't one of my tips, but your websites are all built for desktop. You have to look at mobile. Pull it up on your phone, see what it looks like, and I guarantee you it's not what you think. I mean, it's pretty clear that you do bounce houses, but where are you located, right? Can you imagine, just imagine with me for a second, if you're located, think of the city that you live in, like your immediate city, however small it is. I'm in a city called Orland Park, okay? Think about if you landed on a website that said bounce houses versus a website that says Orland Park bounce houses. Think of your city, put your city name here. Just think about how awesome that would be for your customer. They'll be like, oh my God, these guys are in my backyard. And even if they don't live in Orland Park, even if they live like in a nearby suburb, can you guys just picture with me? Think of how awesome they would feel. Like, oh my God, this is the place. Like, this is it. This is not like an 800 fly-by-night company. This is my neighbor, right? And that's the warm and fuzzy feeling, like Jana likes to say, that you want to give your customers. You want to know, like, man, hey man, we're your neighbors. We're close to you, right? So just think about what kind of effect that would have. So here we go, right here. I could see you do bounce houses. I don't know where you're located, and I mean, I guess see all is better than book now, but this is just kind of really clunky. But let's go ahead and look at your product page. And I don't even think this is clickable. I'm clicking. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is taking me to your order page. Let's go ahead and look at, I'm not going to start talking about your pictures, bro. I've done this before. But all right. So I like this bounce house. I like this water slide. So I go here and this is exactly where the problem is. Perfect. All right. So this is an awesome water slide. I love this, right? $285. What does that include? Like, how does that include delivery? Do you deliver this thing to me or do I pick it up? Does it, like, how big is this thing actually? Like, I mean, I don't know. Do you have maybe you have your length and width here, but like how many kids can go up and down this thing? Do I need a blower or generator? I have all these questions. Do you even deliver to my area? Do I, like, how do we get the water? Does the water come from, from you guys? Do you guys bring the water? So I have all these questions, and your answer to me is add to cart. This is the call to action that you're offering me, add to cart. And I'm like, dude, I want to add to cart. I want to do business with you, but I mean, I have these questions. I don't know that you're going to meet my expectations. And you're just like, well, dude, don't worry about it. Add to cart. And it's not, and that's where you're going to get 1%, right? So even when you have this description, your customers don't want to read this. Like, people put these long descriptions in here. Most of you guys have no descriptions, right? And I know why. I know why you don't have descriptions, because you say you're going to do it in the off season and you never do it, just like me. So think about what your customers are thinking. And this is where, unfortunately, people build these websites like, oh, look at this cool feature and look at this cool add to cart button. Look how cool we made it. Okay, but you have to ask yourself, guys, what is going on in the customer's head while they're at this page, right? What is going on in their head? You ask yourself, like, $285, like, let's just pretend that this is something else. You know all the answers. Let's pretend you're buying a refrigerator, right? Like, I'll tell you, one time I was buying a package of appliances, and it was like a five different appliances for like $3,000. And my wife loved it, but she just didn't like the microwave. And she was like, man, I wish I could buy this. I want to click add to cart, but I wish I could click, could I change out the microwave? And we didn't have that answer on there, so we never bought from them. That was Best Buy. We ended up buying from Home Depot just because we walked in there and it was a service rep. So this is the big difference. So you have to ask yourself, what is going on in your customer's head at this page? And you have to answer those questions. That is what should be here. Let me show you what that looks like. Show you guys my website. How cool would it be if all of your product descriptions, and we're closed right now, guys, sorry for these pop-ups. How would it feel if your product descriptions looked like this? Boom. When my customers come to my page, they're thinking about, oh man, it's going to rain. Should I rent? Boom. There's my rain policy. Do they deliver to my area? Boom. How many kids can fit in there? Boom. They can easily see with bullet points what's included, what they need to do. Everything is right there. How cool is that? Product specifications are great, but what are the questions your customers constantly call you and ask you? These questions right here. The problem is you can go out and do this right now, right? You could go out and you could do this for each and every one of your products. Problem is, what happens when you have to change one of these? Like, let's say you no longer deliver, you change your delivery radius from 15 miles to 30 miles, or you change your rain policy. You have to go back to every single one of your products and you have to go in and update them. How cool would it be if you could set this up one time and it could go onto all of your products, future products, past products, present products, all of your products look like this. I'm going to show you guys how we can do that for you. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. Let me know who'd be interested in having their product page look like this. Now, I'm guilty of not having a product description. You should have a product description, right? But I'm just curious, who sees value in this? Seriously, I'm just saying, like, tell me who thinks this would be really beneficial to your customers, to you. Who thinks that a customer that's staring at this price, $395, would want to know this information? Who thinks this would be helpful for their customers? Awesome. Pamela says, take my money. Matthew says, send it, money. Jason says, I do. It does, because again, this is a lot of money for these people. And the money is not the issue. They're just asking these questions. So at the end of this call, I'm going to tell you how we can do this for you here. So stick around till the end. But again, this is, you could go out and do this on your own. You totally can. but I'm going to tell you guys how we can do it for you and update it to all your products. But this is what a product page should look like. And again, this is not based on what Tariq thinks. This is data, guys. This is data. This is what, you know, when you do research and you understand how your customer thinks, this is what they need at this point. I even have a text us thing for them here so that they can go ahead and text us if they're still stuck here. It's crazy. I have my little chat widget here and customers will still not use it and they'll use this text us thing just because it's like right there under all my questions. So there's that. That is number 3. Counting down, guys, just 2 more. Number 4, your checkout process is extremely distracting. Extremely distracting. Why? The best way to lose a sale, upsells and unnecessary questions and having too much information, too much text. Let's take one more website. Janet, pick a bad one. Some of you guys, this doesn't apply to all you guys, but when was the last time? So I go on my website almost every day, right? Here, Janet, let me unmute you. We all check out our websites very often. How often do you actually check out your checkout process? When was the last time you actually pretended like your customer and said, hey, let me pretend like I want to book a bounce house and let me see what my actual checkout process looks like? Probably never, right? So, and worse on mobile as well. This is very, very good exercise. Everybody here, ask a family member, a friend who's not familiar with your business. Tell them, hey, can you pull out your phone? Can you go to my website? And can you try to check out and tell me what you think of my checkout process? You're going to be blown away at the things that they get stuck on. It is literally like, I did not even know that was there. I didn't even know that my checkout process looked like that. We get that all the time. So it's really, really important for you to go through your own checkout process. You're going to find stuff that is like, oh, why am I even asking them that? I don't even care about that question. And guys, you need to understand that you have these people for seconds, literally mere seconds. They did a study a few years ago, like 10 years ago, and they found that the average attention span of a human being is less than a goldfish. It was like 7 seconds and a goldfish was like 8 seconds or something like that. This was 10 years ago, before like TikTok. Can you imagine now? It's crazy. So you have these people for a few seconds, every single unnecessary question, unnecessary checkbox, every single too much text that you have on there explaining things that they don't care about at that point. Every second lost is a chance that, guess what? While they're checking out, they're going to get a phone call, or their kids are going to start wrestling, or somebody's going to distract them, or they're going to have to go do something. They were just about to enter their credit card number, and now like, oh, okay, I'll do it later. And they never do. So your checkout process should be quick, easy, boom. So go ahead, Jana. Who are we looking at?
We are going to look at TJ's House of Bounce.
TJ's House of Bounce. All right. TJ, don't hate me after this. Here we go. Jana, keep yourself unmuted.
I'm going to, sorry.
All right, TJ's House of Bounce. Here we go. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and pull it up on mobile view. Should look something like this maybe. And I'm going to go to your products, pick a water slide. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my checkout process next to your checkout process. All right. And I want you to tell me the difference. So here we go. So I'm going to click add to cart here. And I'm going to click add to cart here. Okay. Choose date. So again, this is a perfect example. I don't want to read all this. TJ's House of Bounce. I got seconds. Regular price, $10 additional for every. I'm confused. You lost me already, honestly. So this is just you're trying to explain too much too early, right? I just want to give you my money, bro. Right? So choose date, and just right off the bat, I mean, this is what my calendar looks like. This is what yours looks like. This just looks really outdated. Not the end of the world. Not to say that your website sucks because of this, but it does look outdated. I mean, you tell me which calendar do you guys like better, my calendar or TJ's calendar? You guys can tell me in the comments. This is just, it takes up the whole screen. It's easier to use. It's a little bit more modern. So that's the first thing. So let's go ahead and pick a date. I'm going to pick, let's say the 10th. And on here, on mine, we're closed until spring. So I'm going to pick a date here. Notice how when I pick the 10th here, it already has 2 to 6 p.m. set here. This is really important, guys, because if I'm here and I know my party's on the 10th, believe it or not, this is how simply distracting your customers are going to get. Boom. Like, okay, let me zoom in a little bit. This is not, to be fair here. All right, that's not going to work. But so if I'm looking at this, again, you have to put yourself in the customer's shoes. So my wife told me, Tariq, book a bounce house for Saturday, December 10th. I book, and then it's like, okay, what time do you want it to start? Well, the party starts at 1, but I want it at 12. So does that mean you're going to charge me extra for that hour? Should I have it delivered at 11 just to be safe? Are you actually going to deliver it at 12? So you see how you're here. I'm starting to think too much. And this might be like, you know what? Let me call my wife and do this later. I call my wife. She doesn't answer. I wait a few hours and then I come back. I forgot which website I was on. What we do is we default 2 to 6. It's not too early for pickup. It's not too late. Or sorry, it's not too early for delivery. It's not too late for pickup. Right? They can still change it, but I want to have a preset value so that if the customer is just rushing, like, you know what, Tariq, I just want a price. It's already filled in there. Again, guys, my website is I pick the date. Your website is I pick the date, and now I have to pick a start time, wait, and then an end time. 2 extra clicks that I had to do on your website. You might be thinking, Tariq, now you're just over exaggerating. Guys, seconds, every second matters. My website, I was able to move forward with 2 less clicks than your website. So maybe not with this, but you get the idea. It's less thinking. It gives them a default, and they could change it later. But half the time, these people just want to know, like, what's the total cost that I'm going to come out with, right? So let's go through the checkout process. So, all right, let's go back a sec here. All right, so I'm here. I pick my date. Now I'm ready. $3.99. And all right, I want to check out. How do I, come on, dude. I want to give you my money. What do you need me to do? Where's the checkout button? Where is it? You're trying to sell me a generator. You're trying to sell me yard games. You're trying upsells, guys. Upsells are super deadly for your deposits. Take my money already and then upsell me later. The fact that you're trying to upsell somebody, first of all, when you say I need a generator, how many people, tell me how many people believe that their customers don't know the difference between a generator and a blower? Count of hands, tell me in the comments. I'll tell you, my customers, I've even had customers book a generator in their backyard because they think that a generator and a blower is the same thing. Who's ever had that happen to them? Who's ever had a customer book a generator instead of a blower? Or ask them? Who's ever had somebody ask, hey, do I need a generator? So now when I come here and I'm looking at your website, like, oh man, I got to pay another $99, not realizing that I don't even need this, right? So this, I recommend just totally removing generators from your like online checkout process and all add-ons. Like this is something you should, have like an option where if you're in a park, you talk to, but it's just very easy to confuse people. It makes you look like you're $100 more expensive than everybody else. I mean, I guess this word electricity here helps a little bit, but it's, again, upsells. This is not the time to upsell. You have me for a few seconds. I'm ready to give you my deposit. If I got this far and I saw this $3.99 and I'm ready to move forward, for you to add this stuff on right now is not the time. Also, look how far I got to scroll just to get to your, holy moly, to get to your checkout button. How many people believe that there's a percentage of TJ's Bounce House customers who do this? Where's the checkout button? Where's the checkout button? What do I do? And then they leave because they can't figure it out. I guarantee there's some, maybe not all of them. And you might say, well, those customers are idiots. I don't want them as customers anyways. That's fine. Hey, if you got it like that, great. I want to scrape every dollar I can from people on my website, because guess what? I worked really hard on my SEO, on my Google Ads, on my social media to get them this far. If they're this far, they're ready to pay. I want to make it as easy as possible for them. So I would get rid of your upsells. What I like to do is upsell after I take their deposit. After they pay me, after I have a deposit, I wait like 5 days before their party, and you can send them a text through a VetHawk. You can send them an email, say, hey, we got a few cotton candy machines left. We could give you a great deal. We could deliver it all together if you want. Do you need some tables and chairs? We do that before, because even if I did be like, oh my God, honey, great, they have tables and chairs. How many should we get? How many do I get for $29.99? How many do we need? Do we need 10? Do we need 20? Oh man, let me talk to my wife. I was so close to paying you. And now, because you've overwhelmed me with options, I'm going to want to talk to my wife and come back. And again, likely never come back. So upsells are a killer at this point. Get rid of them, get the deposit, and then upsell. Let's go ahead and check out. Let's go ahead and check out. Boom, this is it here. This is the final blow that is absolutely killing your customers. Look at my checkout process versus your checkout process. Who do you think is going to get more customers to actually fill out their checkout process? Name, email, phone number, or name, email, phone, first name, last name, email, phone number, address. Look at all this stuff I got to fill out just to get a price from you, man. It's might as well, you need a sample of my blood, or they might have give me my social security number. It's like a mortgage application. So this is actually something that I brought to that we do with our websites now. We brought this to Inflatable Office, where colleges were finding that because their tuition or their application processes were like this, a lot of students would start the application process and never finish because it's just so much stuff. So what they did was, it's the same process, but they just broke it up into different steps. So with me, you just fill it out 3 steps and then you hit next, and then there's more. So which one do you think is easier? It's all the same information, but do you think it's easier if it's multi-step, where a little bit of information here and then click next and more information, or if it's all on one page? Which one do you guys think is going to be easier? Definitely one page, right? Best of all, if my customer only fills out their name, email, and phone number and hits next, even if they start to do this, they're like, oh man, it's going to be in my sister's house, I don't know her address, I'll do it later. Their information is still saved in my website, in my booking software. And we do this through Inflatable Office now, but I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can do this through EventHawk in a bit here. Super excited about that. But the checkout process, like, just imagine how many thousands of people have visited your website this summer, and between the homepage and the checkout process, you've lost at least 99%, guys. And it's just so frustrating when you realize this, but hey, you're here now. So this ends now, right? Tonight we're changing this. So again, you can go in and you could change up your checkout process, or we can do it for you. I'm going to talk to you guys about how we can do that for you in the end. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys see how big of a difference this makes. And again, when was the last time you went on your checkout process? When was the last time you looked at your checkout process? I mean, that's first order of business. You guys all need to hand your phone to somebody, not you. You can do it too, but hand your phone to somebody and say, hey, can you start checking out on my phone and on your phone on my website? Tell me what you think. And just look over their shoulder and you're going to be like, whoa, I asked that. Why do I even care about that? Right? So, and like just in this example that we were looking at, let me share my screen again here. A lot of questions you can save till after. So like with my checkout process, like here, I show them my contract after they do this, after they get all this information. I don't need to tell them all this stuff that they're gonna, like, I can't read all this. We do all this after. We put it in our fine print, and we send like an automated text afterwards to tell them like all about our policies and things like that. I'm ready to pay you. For you to overwhelm me with this is just going to kind of scare me away. I tell my customers everything you're telling them and then some. We have very strict policies, but we tell it to them after they give us their deposit. We send them an automated text that says, and email, thank you for booking with us. Here's some things you need to know. By signing our contract, you're agreeing that you're not going to use silly string, that you're going to pick up your dog poop out of that we're not going to show up to deliver and you're cutting your grass. Or here, I'll show you what I send them actually. This is, I send them this page. Things to know about your event rental: cancellation policy, remaining balance, grass. I hate when we go to deliver and they're mowing the lawn. It drives me crazy. Tables and chairs, we're not setting them up for you unless you're going to pay us 50 cents a table or chair. Make sure there's enough space. Like, we tell them all these things, but can you imagine if on my checkout process, I get to pay and then I see all of this? Holy crap. Like, what is, I'm not going to read all this right now. You want my money or not? right? So we collect their deposit and then we send them an email with all this information and a text, and we've had very, very little problems, right? That's the right way to do it, guys. That's how the professionals do it. That's how you want to do it. So that is your checkout process. And last, but absolutely not least, this is a very big one. We're super excited to be rolling out. Your website sucks because you don't accept Google and Apple Pay. How many people here have ever used Google and Apple Pay? Guys, if you've used it, it is the easiest way to spend money. I mean, literally, check this out. I'll show you guys. On my phone, I just double tap and it pulls up my credit card, and I just have to show my face and it'll charge it. I don't even have to put in my credit card number or any of that. If your website doesn't accept Google and Apple Pay, you are losing tons of money for a couple different reasons. First of all, it's super easy, right? People say, well, I have an Amazon style checkout and my website looks like Amazon. First of all, you're not Amazon, and Amazon is not successful because of the way the website looks. They're successful because they do things right. I know when I click buy now, it's going to be in front of my house in 2 days. They're awesome, right? But second of all, can you imagine? My wife and I don't think a day goes by that she doesn't buy something on Amazon. We're going to go broke because of Amazon. Every day there's a package and she doesn't even know what they are. Pissing me off. Anyways, can you imagine if every time you wanted to buy something on Amazon, you had to re-enter your credit card number every single time? Amazon would be broke. They have that buy now button. They have your credit card saved. You just click buy now. They already have your credit card information. What if you could do that to your website? How cool would it be? Tell me in the comments, seriously, how many more bookings, or do you think you'll get more bookings if you made it so when your customer gets past the home screen, past the category page, past the product page, past the whole checkout process, they did all that, they're exhausted from being on your website, and they're looking at your pay page, and they got to find their credit card. Which credit card am I going to use? Do I got to enter it? Is that a 5 or a 6? Do you think you're going to get more customers if all they had to do was double tap on their phone or select that Google or Apple Pay button and it'll automatically enter their credit card information? I think you would. I think you would know that too. Not only that, they don't have to give you their credit card number. They already gave it to Google. I trust Google. I don't trust TJ's House of Bounce. I don't know you, right? But I know Google, and I know that Google's going to have my back if you rip me off. Listen, this is not what I think. This is what the customer, this is what's going through their head, right? So with the customer, if Apple, I'd rather go through Apple Pay than you. That's safer for me, right? And last but not least, when I come to your website, if I'm looking at 2 different websites, one of them just says, enter your credit card number, and the other one says, enter your credit card number or use Apple or Google, which one do you think is going to get more signups? If we sent 100 people to 2 websites, one of them just says, enter your credit card, the other said, enter your credit card, we also accept Google and Apple Pay. Which one do you think is going to get more? Google and Apple Pay, right? Not only because it's more convenient, but here's the thing, guys, trust. It's an added trust factor for me to see that your website that you just started yesterday is associated with Apple and Google. When I see Apple and Google on your website, automatically it's like a trust factor. Like, oh, these guys are legit, right? It's just like a legitness thing where you guys are, you're associated with Apple. I can trust you. And it immediately casts doubt in my mind for your competitor. If I look at a competitor after your website, like, how come he doesn't work with Google and Apple? He must, I don't know. I mean, is he not as good? I don't know, right? It's cast that doubt. So this is what you want your customers to see. Do the share thing again. Sorry. So when your customers check out, this is what they should see. Enter your credit card number or buy with Google Pay or Apple Pay. How many people want their checkout page to look like this? Tell me in the comments. Who's excited? How awesome would it be if your website looked like this? Who would love that? Who would want that? I'm going to tell you guys how we can do that for you as well. Let me know in the comments who wants their checkout process to look as clean and legit as this right here. Make a huge difference, wouldn't it? Big time. So I'm glad you guys are excited. This is huge, guys. This is really, really big. this is new. This is coming out everywhere. I actually forgot my wallet the other day, and my kids were with me like, can we please go to McDonald's? I hate taking them to McDonald's, but I'm like, I don't have my wallet. And then my daughter, she's like, oh, I thought you could do it on your phone, like mom. So I actually paid for McDonald's with my Apple Pay. I just double tapped and I didn't even have my wallet. So it was a lifesaver there. But that was 5. Who wants more? You guys want more? I can do 2 more. I got prepped. If you guys want more, I know I talked a lot. It's been what? Almost 60 minutes. Who wants more? Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to go a little bit longer before we talk about our offer. All right. Pamela said, bring it. Denise says, oh man, you guys are going so fast. Everybody wants more. All right, let's do it. Number 6, bonus. You don't understand WTF marketing. What did you say, Tariq? You heard me right. You don't understand WTF. This is why your website sucks. This is probably one of the biggest things. It literally took me a decade to figure this out. I've started so many businesses that have failed over the last decade or more because I didn't understand WTF. What is WTF? Literally the fastest way to turn clicks into paid bookings. This is an acronym that I came up with, right? But it's true. And now you're never going to forget it. You're going to say, Tariq said WTF, and this is what it is. W, website. T, traffic. F, funnels. You need all 3, and you need to optimize all 3. If you do that, if you optimize your website, your traffic, and your funnels to fit the customer's needs, you will be beyond, it's not only going to make you more money, it's going to make it easier to make more money. You're going to make more money while spending less time. You're going to be able to get more while doing less. You're going to be able to work more on your business than in your business. And I'm going to show you guys a quick example. This is a company. This is a medium-sized company that worked with me in 2020 before we started doing the whole WTF thing. Before I really understood WTF, right? I was just doing the Google ads and all that. They spent $2,500 and made $12,000. Not too bad, right? I ran their ads for a whole summer in 2020 before I implemented any of this stuff. The following year, 2021, they spent less money, and look how much money they made. Insane. Went from a 500% ROI to a 3,200% ROI. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The only change they made, maybe they bought a few more equipment, maybe they changed some policies, but the biggest change they made was they started implementing WTF. Spent less money and made way more, and it was easier to manage. This is one of our largest clients. This is a multi-million-dollar company. In 2020, they spent $11,000 on Google ads and made $227,000. 2,000% ROI. And it does get harder to scale as you grow. But in 2021, they started implementing WTF. They spent a little more. They went from $11,000 to $16,000, but they made more than double, $514,000 in verifiable online bookings. Almost spent the same, just spent $4,000 more. And look how much more they made while managing less. This guy is a multi-million-dollar company here, all because they did WTF. What is WTF? Best way for me to explain it is, again, website traffic funnels. I use the cup example, right? Your business, as a business owner, your job is to fill up the cup and keep it full as much as possible. Your website is the cup. Traffic is how you fill up the cup, and 99% of what you put in the cup is going to leak right out of the bottom. That's just a fact. Your funnels is what patches it, right? So website, we talked a lot about websites. Traffic. How do you get the right customer to your website? That's traffic. How do you get the clicks? Because so many people, they'll buy into the hype of, oh, if you get a website from so-and-so, you're going to be rich. You're going to wake up every day with thousands of dollars in bookings. Not if you don't have traffic, right? You could have the best restaurant out there. If nobody knows if you're in the middle of the desert, nobody cares how good your food is, right? So you need traffic. And the fastest way to generate high quality traffic is Google ads, period. It's faster than SEO. It's more effective. You need to run Google ads. I run Google ads. We've been in business for a long time. I don't care how long, anytime I'm open, anytime my doors are open, my Google ads are running. more so in the off season than if I'm open in the off season, that's especially when I run Google Ads, because then there's not as many clicks, there's not as many competitors. I want to show up at the top, and I'll show you guys real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I've done a ton of videos on this, but if I'm looking for like car rentals near me, for example, or bounce house rentals near me, this is what people see when they search for, sorry, am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am. Okay. When they search for bounce house rentals near me, this is what they see, right? Most of you guys are advertising on Facebook. First of all, people are not searching on Facebook for bounce houses or water slides or tents or anything. They're searching on Google. Why you're going to Facebook is beyond me. I used to do it too, because it's free. That's why, right? When you go on Facebook, first you have to convince people that they need your services. Then after you've convinced them that a bounce house is a great idea, then you need to convince them to rent one from you. And that's where you say, well, I'll do it for $50, right? You don't want those customers. You want the people who are searching with a credit card in their hand, bounce house rental near me. I need a bounce house. The question is not, do I need a bounce house? The question is, who's going to take my money? Which company should I get a bounce house from? And those people go to Google. Those people do not go to Facebook. They don't go to Instagram. They don't go anywhere. They go to Google, and they're searching. They're high quality customers. And here's what the data tells you. I get people all the time say, Tariq, I will never run Google ads because ads are spammy and I never click Google ads. Sorry to break your bubble, buddy. Maybe you don't click Google ads, but tons of customers do, right? Like, I don't know, even here, doesn't show it here, but we get up to like 30 or 40% of our customers to click ads. Let me tell you why. Because of data. The data shows that yes, absolutely. Most people skip the ads, but you know why? You know who those people are that skip the ads? They're the people, most of them are more than likely, the people who skip ads are not ready to book. The question in their head is, should I rent a bounce house? Let me browse, right? They're early in the buyer's journey. They want to learn about renting a bounce house. What does it entail? How much does it cost? How long do I get to keep it? What is it like, right? Do they deliver? They have all these, like, I don't know if it's a good idea. Should we rent a bounce house or should we go to Chuck E. Cheese? They're still at that phase. Those people, they look at these ads and they're like, no, I don't want to click ads. And they go down here to the SEO section, right? Look it up, guys. The people who are ready to book, they've already done their research. I've talked to my wife. We're getting a bounce house. Which company should we rent from? If you get your ads done right, those people, the serious buyers, they are the ones that more than likely they are more likely to click ads than the people who are not serious. So in essence, customers who are farther down in the buyer's journey are more likely to click on an ad than customers who are not. If your ads are set up correctly, obviously, right? Like, we word your ads and we target them, we set them up in a way that generates tons of book. I mean, you guys saw $5.6 million, 16,000 online bookings. That's just from Google ads. That's not from our SEO clients or Facebook clients. That's just Google ads, that screenshot I showed you guys earlier. So Google ads, this is how we can guarantee you a position at the top of Google. Even if you just started your business yesterday, we can get you on top of somebody who's been in business for 20 years. That's the power of Google ads. You have to pay for it, right? It's not cheap. It's going to cost you money, but you're going to get more business than you ever imagined. It's going to be totally worth it, right? Google ads is above Google Maps, is above SEO. Both of these technically are considered SEO, but people spend tons of money on SEO, $750 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. And all that work is just to get you under the Google ads. Why are you working so hard to get under the Google ads is beyond me. Yes, SEO is important. Don't get me wrong. After Google ads, get to the top of Google first. And if you do it right, we have customers paying us $30,000 a month, or sorry, $30,000 a year or more to do their Google ads, SEO, social media, everything. I mean, I'm talking about everything. And they've made like crazy amounts of money. And what we do for them is, when you search for bounce house rentals near me, they show up here, they show up here, and they show up here all at the same time. 3 different spots. How cool is that? Tell me in the comments, who thinks it would be, how cool would it be? Who wants their business to show up not once, not twice, but 3 different times when somebody searches in your area? I know I do. Like, that's it. But you got to take baby steps. If you were to pick one, where would you want to start? Unfortunately, a lot of us say, hey, I want to rank here. Start here, guys. This is the fastest way to get traffic. So I spent a lot of time talking about this, but that is the T in WTF. You get a website, you optimize it for the customer, then you get your traffic. Now, you could do it on your own. I got tons of YouTube videos, or you could pay us to do it for you. We know what we're doing. We know how to get you your money back fast. That's what we do. Last but not least is funnels. And this is where, for those of you guys who have VetHawk, I promise, I'm not going to make this a big, long sales pitch, but essentially what that is if I go again here and I'm looking at your products, say like this, add to cart, and I'm like, I don't know, boom, there it is. Flash sale happening now. A funnel says, hey, listen, we don't want your money. Don't stress about giving us your credit card number. We understand that you have a lot of questions. Guess what? We want to give you something, right? So this is a funnel that we build where they click the pop-up. We don't tell them what the offer is. They enter their information. And a lot of people are like, well, Tariq, I don't want to offer discounts. That's dumb. I like money. You know who else likes money? Amazon, Apple, Nike. They all do this. They have join our mailing list to get X amount off, or subscribe to get 7 days free. Do they hate money? Are they dumb? No, they understand that it's a lot easier to sell somebody once you use a funnel. And I was the first person to bring funnels to this industry. Our industry is just really, really behind, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's just true. And with a funnel, not only with VetHawk funnels, not only do we collect their information, we will follow up for the customer. We'll follow up with the customer on your behalf, where a few minutes later, we send them a text that says, hey, what's up, Nick? You were just on our website looking at rentals. What's your party date? Let me see if I can help you out. And that's just, if you don't have a VetHawk and if you've never tried this, it'll literally, combined with WT and F, that's the F. You do all three of these, I guarantee you're gonna get more bookings than you ever imagined. I put my name behind it, and if you don't, just ask for a refund. I'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. So that's the WTF. Again, it took me a decade to figure this out, guys. That's really how VetHawk came to be. I figured this out. I showed it to none other than Jana Thompson. She was like, oh my God, you have to tell everybody about this. I'm like, nah, it's just something I do for myself. And December 3rd, 2021, or sorry, December 3rd, 2020 is when we officially launched the VetHawk. So our birthday, our 2-year birthday is in like a few days. So that's when all this started. But it all started just me doing it for myself because I wanted to quit my job and do more for my family. And now I share with you guys, but I'm telling you guys, WTF, you do this, you're going to be, I mean, we have tons of reviews from people that say, I wish I did this sooner. I wish I listened to read. And you don't have to pay me to do it. You can try to do this on your own. It took me a decade to figure it out, but you want a decade in a day? I'll give that to you, right? We're going to talk about that in a sec. So that's that. One more, number 7, last but not least, you don't know how to get more reviews. Guys, this one is so important and so easy to do once you use something like a VetHawk. I mean, these are old screenshots. I know Jana has over 700 reviews now. I've got almost 500 to 600, something like that. VetHawk is really, really good at helping you get more reviews. You need reviews. Reviews is how you can charge more than everybody else in your area. Reviews is how you can get more sales. Whenever somebody complains about my price, or they say, hey, no, Tariq, your price is higher than everybody else. I just send them my reviews that say, hey, there's 465 of your neighbors that say we're totally worth what we charge. And they're like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. They look at all of our competitors. They got 12 reviews, 15 reviews. I had a guy, I kid you not, Jana saw this, walked up to our booth at IAAPA. First thing he says to me, he's like, Tariq, I've watched all your videos, but I got to tell you something. I make over $6 million a year for my party rental company. I don't need more money. I don't want your service, but I'm sick and tired of all these new guys in my area getting a VetHawk, and now they all got more reviews than me. I've been around 25 years. This is their first year, and they got more reviews than me. I kid you not. He signed up for, like, he got a VetHawk. He doesn't even want to use any of all the stuff that I showed you. He's like, I don't care what you say. I don't need more bookings. I don't need more work. I don't want any of this. I'm just going to sign up for a VetHawk to get more reviews. He pays the full price for it. He doesn't use anything just to get more reviews. That's the value of it. I mean, that's how much a VetHawk shook up the industry. This guy's been in business like 25 years and has like under 50 reviews. And he's literally just like, you know, I just need reviews. So reviews are super, super important. If you have, I mean, I don't want to put a number on it, but I don't think there's a reason that you should get, let's just say 25% of your bookings not to leave reviews. So if you've done 100 bookings this year, you should have at least 25 reviews. If you've done 500 bookings this year, then what's 25 times 5? 125. Should have got 125 reviews. I hope my math is right. If not, you guys can make fun of me. But reviews are super, super important, guys. That is my final point. How's everybody doing? I know we've shared a ton of information. Who feels like this guy right here? Show of hands. Let me know if you guys are feeling really, really just blown away. in a good way, overwhelmed, let me know if you've been taking notes. If you're just like, man, like this is a lot. I know it's a lot. And nobody said it was going to be easy, but I know this can be like, oh my God, your head is blowing up everywhere. Like I got so much work to do on my website. There's so much I need to do. You guys can totally do this. I did this. You guys can absolutely totally go there and take your notes and do this for yourself. But for those of you who don't have the time and you want this done for you, right? You want to see results as fast as possible. And this is not for everybody, right? Some people are just like, hey, like, I just like to watch your videos and do it for myself. Totally cool. That's why we're here. But if you don't want to mess around and you just want all this done for you, you value your time more than your money, right? You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. Once you spend 3 hours trying to figure something out, that 3 hours is gone. If this sounds like you just don't have time, you're like, Tariq, that's it. I just want this done for me. I put together a very special offer. This is the part I don't like, guys. I hate to sell. So this offer, this package, basically we implement everything you guys learned in this webinar over the next 30 days. We do it for you, right? So who's interested in that? Again, my hope is that you guys learn enough here that you guys are interested in learning more. So let me know in the chat. I hate to say, contrary to popular belief, people are like, oh, Tariq, you're such a good salesman. I hate to sell. I love to teach. That's my passion. I hate to actually sell. So I'm asking your permission. If you're interested in learning about what we offer, go ahead and let me know. If you don't, then you guys can head out. But here, let's see. So we got Matthew says yes. Jose said here. Josh is interested. Got a ton of interested. All right, perfect. Somebody says I can start in 2023. Perfect. All right. Jana says don't leave yet. All right. Sorry, I told you guys to leave. Okay, so ready to drop the bomb, guys. EventHawk websites reveal package. Here it is. You guys ready? You excited? All right. First thing we're going to give you is a high converting website design. We're going to design a high converting website for you worth at least $1,500. Now, that's not what you guys are going to pay. Don't leave. Don't let this number scare you. I want you guys to know, I just told you guys earlier, somebody paid $3,000 for a website that I'm not going to say anymore, but I'm just going to go on the low end here. $1,500 is what our website is going to be worth. And that's not what you're going to pay. Once I tell you what you're going to pay, you're going to think I'm insane. So here it is. What does our website include? It's going to be a customer-focused website designed to convert website visitors into paying customers. Everything that we talked about today is going to be done for you. It's based on my book, the Party Rental Website Playbook. It integrates with EventHawk perfectly. Tons of automations. We're going to help you transfer your data from your existing website. We can transfer your inventory, customer lists, previous orders. We can transfer all that from your existing booking software. We can do all that for you. So you're not, if that's something you're worried about, you're like, Tariq, I have a ton of stuff. I don't want to have to move all 150 of my products. We'll do it for you free of charge. You don't have to worry about that. You're also going to have your customer list for your previous orders and for your customers, so that you guys have that. Most importantly for me, you don't lose your website if you ever decide to cancel with us. This is the biggest one for me, guys. I'm sorry, but if I don't want to call anybody out, but for me, your website is your greatest asset. It's your best employee. It's there. You need to make sure that, like I have had people spend thousands of dollars on their website, and when they decide to switch booking softwares, they lose everything. That's not going to happen when you get a website with us. Your website is yours. You will pay us for however long you pay us. We're not going to go in and delete all your stuff. And if you decide to leave, it's your website. If you decide to cancel with me and say, hey, I want to go with so-and-so, you're more than welcome to do that. You get to keep your website. You get to keep the design. You've already paid for it. It's yours. So that you're going to get all that for $1,500. It's a value of $1,500, right? Next, you're going to get a booking software with it. Value of at least $130 a month. Again, that's not what you're going to pay. Booking software. What does that include? You could take on online bookings and send out reminder emails for customers to rebook. Now, this is a super exciting part. We're actually doing this. We're not starting from scratch. We're doing this in partnership with Inflatable Office. What does that mean? For as long as we've been doing EventHawk, people have been asking us to start building websites. Tariq, we love your service. We love your product. Can you just build me a website? And we've played around with that idea, but that's not what we love to do. The reason EventHawk is so successful, the reason we're so good at what we do, is because we do what we love and we love what we do. We don't want to start building websites. We don't want to be developers. We got a partnership with Inflatable Office. where they're actually going to allow us to use their code, to use their software to build our websites. And that's super, super exciting. The difference is we're going to provide the support. So if you're our customer, even though the toolbox is from Inflatable Office, we're the ones building the house. If you need anything, you come to us, right? That's the biggest difference. We're super excited about that. Super grateful for Inflatable Office for the opportunity. We've already got like what, Jan, over 30 people that already did this, right? But and we didn't even launch. We did like a soft launch and people are just going crazy for it. Our websites look great, guys. Contract e-signing, so you can collect e-sign, real-time online availability. You can do that. You can accept payments, all major credit cards, including Google Pay, Apple Pay, Square, PayPal. You can choose your credit card processor. If you're with a booking software where you're not allowed to choose a payment processor, understand that that's good for them. That's not necessarily good for you. Your customers need options, right? Your customers need to see that you're associated with Google, that you're associated with Apple Pay. Some of you guys have tons of money with PayPal and Square, right? Best of all, if you're with Square, if you have an account with them and you've been in good standing, they will loan you money for like pennies on the dollar and you can just pay them back from your processing. Square, I mean, it's great to have. It gives you the freedom, and that's what I love about Inflatable Office. They're giving, with everything we're doing, they give you the freedom. Global payments is an option. Authorized.net. There's tons of different credit card processor options. Most importantly, though, Google Pay and Apple Pay, Square, PayPal, you have the freedom. The more choices you give for your customer, the easier you make it for them to pay, the more likely they are to pay. You can accept tips online and charge damage waivers. That's huge. I charge, I think, like 7% damage waiver for every single booking, pretty much. Like we automatically check it. They can take it off if they want. And there's a route planner that's included, employee training and management. So you can actually have your employees clock in through the website. They can see what's on their list to be delivered for today. They have an app where they can see what they need to deliver. They can check, hey, I loaded the stakes, I loaded the hose, I loaded the blower. They can actually go in and check those things from the app. They can click on the customer and click, okay, take me to this customer. It'll pull up the customer's address and Google Maps. I mean, this is how this last one here, employee training and management, this is how my business runs without me there all the time. This is how I get to be a boss. I set up these processes one time, I perfect them, and then my business runs itself. Obviously, it doesn't run itself 100%, I wish, but this makes it so much easier so I can actually enjoy a Saturday with my family in the summer. And that's super, super important. So that's the booking software portion of it, worth at least $130 a month. Again, that's not what you guys are going to pay. Once I tell you what we're offering, I mean, we're probably going to have to shut this down before after tonight. Google marketing is also going to be included. Now, if you paid anybody for SEO or Google ads, you're looking at like $750 a month value. I've gotten quotes of over $1,000 a month. We do. I mean, it's our stuff is really, really worth it. If you were to get it anywhere else, at least $750 a month. This is where we guarantee your new website a position at the top of Google. By doing this, just this year alone, from January to November 11th, last I checked, over 16,000 online bookings, $5.6 million. So if you guys want a share of these millions of dollars that are being spent on Google, you're going to get that here with our Google marketing. Gets your site in front of the highest quality customers on Google. This is the T in WTF. So the website we talked about, this is the T. This is how we guarantee you the T. This is what Party Rental marketing should look like, guys. You guys need this. It works. So total value so far is $1,050 a month. Other than the $1,500, you're going to get the high converting website, booking software, Google marketing, and the EventHawk software. The value on that, the price on our website right now, if you go to our website and you want to get EventHawk, it's $170 a month. What does EventHawk give you? That's where you get your funnels and your pop-ups to collect customer information, lead gen, all that stuff. Automatic text message marketing to turn clicks into paid bookings. One CRM system, one app where you can manage all your text messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, emails, and even phone calls. The EventHawk app has all that in one place. You can access it on a computer or on a phone. It's nothing short of amazing. It's great. This is the F and WTF. And we got tons of 5-star reviews from Party Rental business owners raving about EventHawk. I mean, if you don't have it, it's just going to do three things. Two things, sorry. EventHawk is going to help you make more money. It's going to help you spend less time making more money. It's going to make your job so much easier. So that's EventHawk. Just a few reviews that I like to share. The second day, I got 4 bookings with EventHawk. They keep pouring in. It's to the point where I'm selling out every single weekend. gonna need 100 more. I'm so happy that I'm gonna be cutting back to part-time or completely quitting way sooner than I planned because of Event Hawk has grown my business. Guys, tell me in the comments, show me some Event Hawk love. If you're on here, you've been on here this whole time listening to me blabber on, you're like, Tariq, we already know we have Event Hawk. Show me some love. Tell me in the comments. Tell me what you love about Event Hawk. Just say you love Event Hawk. Let me know. Thank you guys so much. Nick said, with Event Hawk for about a month now, last 2 weekends in March, we're busier than July. Can you imagine if your March was busier than July? How awesome would that be? That's awesome for Nick. Thank you for leaving that review, Nick. Nelson said, I feel like my website is on steroids with lots of business coming in. First 2 days I joined Event Hawk, boom, 12 bookings without even talking to a customer on the phone. It's awesome. And last but not least, Rich, this is my 3rd consecutive month this year that are all busier than my busiest month last year. The only regret you will have is that you didn't do it sooner. We have so many reviews that say this. These are all on Facebook. Thank you, Rich. You guys can find these people, hunt them down, ask them what they think. So that is Event Hawk. So far you have the Event Hawk software, the Google Marketing, booking software, and high converting website worth at least $1,149 a month. The Google review system is also going to be included. I don't think this math adds up, but for $99, this is where you get more reviews. This is how we're going to help you get more reviews. In 4 years, we've been hard pressed to get 32 reviews. With 3 months of Event Hawk, we now have 112 reviews. This is worth the price alone, guys. Your reviews are never going to go anywhere, right? Like you can get bookings and then they'll stop. You can get SEO and up, but your reviews, once you get a review, it's going to be on Google forever, probably, unless Google gets another glitch. But these are your reviews there. Once you get 600, 700, 800 reviews, you're untouchable, man. Like these customers are just going to keep like trusting you, paying your price. Ended the year with triple the sales and over 100 reviews thanks to Event Hawk. Thank you, Michael. Had 40 reviews in 3 years and now I'm at 64 and it's only been using it for 2 months. Went from 26 reviews in 5 years to 226 reviews in year 6. Within less than a year, you got 200 reviews. Thank you, Jonathan. Congratulations. That's awesome. And obviously our support, which is priceless. Our team is made up of party rental business owners. I can't stress that enough. We are the only company out there that is made up, that is built for party rental business owners by party rental business owners. I still have a party rental business company. Jana owns a party rental. So many of our employees and there are either owners or spouses. We answer the phone when you call. That's the most important thing. And if we miss your call, we're going to call you back or we'll text you. We'll get back to you within an hour. That's what we do. That's why Event Hawk is so awesome. Somebody posted the other day, is there a booking software out there or is there a website that actually answers their phones? Right here. I'm raising my hand right here, right now. Our support is amazing. And that's part of the reason Inflatable Office is partnering up with us. The way that they're built, what they have is just not built to sustain this kind of volume. And also, they're really not in the field anymore, right? Like we still own party rental businesses. We know what you need. We're a marketing company. So who better to provide you with support and do this for you than us? So that's kind of why we're doing this. You don't have to put in support tickets and wait 24 to 48 hours to hear back. You can literally pick up the phone and be like, hey, how do I edit a product on my website? Or, hey, shoot us a text. Hey, how do I update my inventory? How cool would that be if you could just shoot a text to your website provider and ask a question? It sounds so simple, but I mean, that would be so awesome. One time I was sitting on, I was doing a big webinar and our Wi-Fi was like, like we used up all our Wi-Fi, bringing kids on Netflix or playing Fortnite or something. And I was literally like, I had a webinar coming up and I'm on the phone with Comcast and I'm on hold and I'm like, man, I wish I could just text them. I wish I could just text Comcast like, hey, take my money. I want to upgrade my internet. I want more. I'm trying to give them money and they're making it so hard. I wish I could just text them and be like, hey, I need more internet from you guys. I mean, that's what we're going to do for your business, where you can just text us anything you need. And by the way, our team is made up of about 100 years in combined party rental business experience between me and the rest of my team. So you have any question related to party rentals, once you become our customer, you can shoot us a text like, hey, which manufacturer should I buy from? Who makes the best obstacle courses? Which dolly you think I should get? Should I get high peak frame tents or pole tent? We're here for you, man. You become part of our network. That's not really part of your paid services, but that's what we love. We love to coach and teach. So by joining us, that's what you get. So to recap, we're getting to the end here. I promise, guys. You're getting a high converting website, booking software, Google Marketing to guarantee you a position at the top of Google, Event Hawk software so you get the funnels where you turn those clicks into paid bookings, Google review generation. So you get that brand, get that reputation up there, unmatched support, total value over $1,149, but that's not what you're going to pay. Everybody here that's excited, that's ready, that wants this, that wants to take their business to the next level. Drum roll, please. It is insane. You are not going to believe. Throw a number out there. I guarantee I'm going to beat it. Throw any number out there. I'm doing the stupidest thing. There you go. Matthew Helsel, winner, $1 today for the next 3 months. That's all you're going to pay for all this stuff. All this right here, $1,149 a month, $1 for the next 3 months. Anybody who's ready to jump in right now, go ahead. I'm putting the link in the chat. Go to eventhawk360.com/websites, or, here, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Eventhawk360.com/websites. We're going to do a Q&A. I know a lot of you guys have questions, but if you're ready, I can't promise that we're going to take everybody here. We've got close to, I think, 200 people in this Zoom right now. We can't do 200 websites. So if you're serious, go in and lock it in. Let me show you guys what it looks like. And why are we doing this? This is crazy, right? Like, why are we, sorry, did I not put it in the comments? Sorry, let me put it real quick. If you're on Facebook, maybe Janet could share the link. And remember, guys, we're going to help you migrate everything. Let me just make sure this link works before I share it, guys. So this is what the link looks like. Boom, there it is. $1 today. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Why are we doing this for $1? Do we hate money? No, this is our grand opening special. If you're watching this live, this is going to be your only opportunity to get all this for $1 because it's crazy. We are losing a ton of money doing this. This is our grand opening. Comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You get this now or never. If you're watching a recording of this, go to the same website. You're going to see a different price. If you land on this website and you see this price, you can get this price. If you land on this website and you see a different price, then it's over. That's okay if you're watching this as a recording. But this is our grand opening special, guys. 3 months. We understand it's the off season. We understand we're the new guys on the block. We've been doing marketing, and we understand that we have to earn your trust. So we've partnered up with Inflatable Office to give you guys all this for 3 months for just $1. And that's all you're going to pay for 3 months. After the 3 months, you start for as little as $149 a month. Love it or leave it, guys. It's insane. No BS. So he said no BS. So this is somebody who did all this with us. This is the customer that pays us, one of those $30,000 customers. Jana and Tariq educated me. He did all this with us in 5 months from our launch. Brand new company, almost at $1 million. Now, he started with over 100 units. Everybody starts different, but this stuff works. So put your questions in the chat. I'm probably going to miss them because everybody is. We're getting a ton of signups, guys. Real quick, for those of that are signing up, I'm seeing a lot of signups come through. It's going to ask you to schedule your kickoff session. Make sure you schedule that. That's when we're actually going to go in and show you all the details of this, how to use your new website, how to update it. We're going to do a lot of this for you. So for those of you guys who are signing up, first question that we are getting here, put your questions in the chat. Another review. Paid for at least 5 years in the first month. So as promised, I promised you guys a free gift. I know you guys have a lot of questions. Screenshot this, please. Do this later. You can get a free copy of my book by going to eventhawk360.com/free book. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Don't do this now. Don't get distracted. We're going to answer your questions. Just take a screenshot of this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. So question number 1 that we get, how much is it after 3 months? After 3 months, again, we're going to have different packages based on your size. You're looking at about $149 for the smallest package. But remember, that includes the website, the booking software, the Google marketing to guarantee you a position at the top of Google, EventHawk, Google review generation, and support. So once we do your initial call, sign up today for $1. Once we get on the phone with you, we're going to schedule a onboarding call. We'll tell you based on how many units you have and the size of your business, we'll tell you what you can expect to pay after the first after the 3 months. This pretty much gets you through off season, guys. So it's a great offer. How long before everything is up and running? We don't mess around, guys. We have an awesome team. We can get you up and running live, ready to go with your new website on the top of Google in as little as 2 weeks. We're ready. I got an awesome team. You just have to be ready, guys. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you this is going to be easy. You have to put in the work. That's why we're doing this now. This has literally been over a year in the making that we've been working on this package. That's why we're dropping the bomb today. We're doing this in the slower months because this is going to be some work for you. We want you to do this right. We can only go so far. We can get you like, 60, 70% of the way there. You're the one that has to, put in your pictures of your bounce houses. I'm not going to come to your warehouse, take pictures of your bounce houses and upload them. You got to do that, right? So there's little things that you have to do. We'll work with you. We'll be available as much as we need to, but you have to do the work. So we can get you up and running in 2 weeks or less. You just have to be ready to put in the work. What if I already have Event Hawk? If you already have Event Hawk, go ahead and sign up for this, and we'll package it all together for you later on. If you already have Event Hawk, then you could still take advantage of this offer. I'll have to talk to Jana. Jana, what do we say we're doing for this? Are you still with me?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm typing away to answer questions. What are we doing if they already have Event Hawk? Is that what you said?
Did we decide on that, or are we going to get back to them?
We did not decide on it. I think we can get back to everybody in the morning.
All right. If you have Event Hawk, I would still sign up for the $1 because again, we're not going to open this after tonight. We're going to have to, because it looks like we got too many signups as it is. Not surprised, but that's definitely sign up. It's just going to charge you $1 just so that we get you in our system. If you don't sign up, we're going to forget to reach it back out to you. So please go ahead and
guys, sorry to cut you off. If you're texting my personal number, I love you guys, but I need you to text the Event Hawk number because we need a record of it and I don't want to miss anybody.
We're at, oh my God, you don't want to know how many signups.
I know, I saw.
All right. Next question, and I promise we're going to jump on Zoom. I just signed up. What are the next steps? Next steps, you're going to be asked to book your kickoff session, schedule a call so that we can, Jana, people are asking on Facebook. Can you just make sure you get them the link just because I'm going to shut down the page. So I just want to make sure that
yes, I'll send it in 2 seconds.
So that they have that. Once you sign up, it's going to ask you first to schedule a time to get on our kickoff session. And then it's going to ask you some basic questions about your business. What's your delivery radius? How much do you charge for delivery? This is not like anything else out there, guys. You don't have to get in and figure all this out. I know if you've already been with a booking software or you've learned a website, you don't want to relearn everything. We're going to do a lot of this for you. We're going to literally hold your hand as we do this. So we want you to tell us, what's your delivery fee? We're going to do this for you. We're going to do as much as we can for you. So that's what you're going to, after you sign up, after you pay the $1, it's going to ask you to go ahead and tell us a little bit about your business. So don't forget to do that. That's really important. And then after that, it's going to ask you before the call to get some stuff ready so that we can get you in as fast as possible because we are, okay, I'm just starting out. Is this going to work for my business? Absolutely. If you're just starting out, you are going to need a website. Just a couple of reviews from people who said that. We've only had Event Hawk for 3 months. We've been booked half of our total bookings for last year. This is somebody who said they were ready to throw in the towel. They started last year. Sorry, we're already getting 4 times as many customers through our website. We work our tails off to have clean stuff. I mean, it works. I've had 2 birthday parties last year after using Event Hawk. I'm lining up bookings for the next 7 months. I've been open for 5 months and already have more 5-star reviews than my competitor that's been around for 5 years. We only have 3 units. We've already seen benefits of using Event Hawk. It literally is for businesses of all sizes. Grabs customers who would have just left and not booked. It's very user-friendly, 100% worth it. So questions, guys. I'm going to open up the Zoom call because we are getting blown up with questions and sign up. So I know you guys have a lot of questions in the chat. Jana's doing her best to answer them. If you're on Facebook, join us on Zoom, or if you're on Facebook or YouTube, join us on Zoom by going to eventhawk360.com/Zoom. That'll get you straight into this Zoom room. If you're watching a recording of this, go ahead and just text us and we can talk to you about your website. So if you're watching this later on, if this is not live, then this Zoom link is not going to work. Go ahead and text us. But everybody join us on Zoom. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share, and I'm gonna go ahead and start taking questions. Guys, there's like 200 people in here, so, okay, we got a little bit less now. So raise your hand, please, so that I can unmute you. Vanessa and Jana are doing great, trying to answer everybody in the chat, but go ahead and raise your hand and I'll unmute you and answer your question. Before we do any of that, who wants to take a picture? This is awesome. This is our grand opening. Let's take a picture, show your camera, turn on your camera, pose, and I'm gonna take a screenshot. Get in, everybody. Get ready to pose. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm going to count down from 3. Everybody turn on your camera. There's Jana. There, Mary. Hey, Greg. What's up, Steve? All right, everybody. Ready? So we got to do multiple pages. So I'm going to ask you guys to pose like a 5 different times. We got 5 different Zoom pages. So here we go. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. There's 1. All right. That's page 1. Let's go to page 2. Sorry. We got like 5 different pages of people. All right, here we go again. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Gotcha. All right. That's everybody who's got their camera on. Everybody who doesn't have their camera on, I get it. You're probably in your shorts, so totally cool. Okay, Jana, how are we doing this? Do you want to go through questions from the chat? If you guys want to unmute yourselves, you're gonna have to raise your hand. So I'm gonna unmute you, and you can ask your question. Please keep it brief. I want to get through as many people as possible. And I know it's getting pretty late, so please ask your question, allow me to answer it, and then let's move on. There is a raise hand feature in Zoom. I don't know how to get to it, actually, now that I think about it.
Tariq, are we staying live? Or are we going to turn that off?
You tell me. You want me to turn off live?
I think we should turn it off because it's hard to keep track of the questions on Facebook, and I don't want anybody to feel like we're ignoring them, but it's almost impossible to go back and forth.
All right, so we're gonna shut off the live stream. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, join us on Zoom by going to eventhawk360.com/Zoom. eventhawk360.com/Zoom. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Join us on Zoom. We're gonna go ahead and end the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us live from Facebook. We'll see you guys in the Zoom. So all right, live stream is off. We are just on Facebook. Okay, how do we use the raise hand feature? All right.
They should be able to do it themselves under reactions.
Reactions, there you go. All right, so there's a little thing with a little emoji at the bottom that says reactions. Click that, and then there's a raise hand feature. It says raise hand, raise your hand, and I will unmute you, and you can answer your question. All right, first, Justin Faraccio. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Thanks.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have COVID right now, so I'm like all messed up. I caught the end. I was just curious because there's like a bunch of websites that I want to make in a few years. Like almost like how Christopher Weed has like the ancillary businesses and stuff, like mini golf on the go, and for my phone business. I'm actually kind of curious if you guys do businesses other than just party rental and stuff. Because if I can just pay you to pretty much develop those websites and me not have to do it, I would love to just give you money.
One step at a time. We'd love to take your money, but for now we're just doing party rentals, bounce houses, tents, foam, anything party rental related we can do. Something other than that, then maybe in a few years.
Yep, no worries. Thank you.
Thanks, Justin. Appreciate you joining on. And I'm gonna figure out how to lower your hand. All right, there you go. Boom. Proud of myself. All right, Matthew Helzel. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining. Thank you guys, all you guys. In this case, I forgot to say thank you. Hey, Matthew.
Thank you for everything. So in that package, it mentioned the booking software. So if we already pay for IO, how does that work after the 3 months?
Pay the dollar, and we've already talked to IO about that. Yes, great question, great answer. We can move you over to us. You will get to keep your whole inventory. You'll get a new website through us. We will, instead of getting support from IO, you'll get support from us. And there's a different fee structure, which we'll talk about. But yes, you could take advantage of that. As far as getting the 3 months free, or 3 months for $1, That's not gonna, I don't believe, we're gonna have to check with IO, but if you're already paying IO, then I don't believe you get that. After, you can immediately switch to us and we could talk about that, but the 3 months free is only for, unfortunately, new customers who don't have Inflatable Office or already have an Event Hawk website. So that is for new customers only, but if you want to switch with us and still get the Google ads and the support and all that, then yes, you can do that. Definitely reach out to Inflatable Office about the offer as well.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna, oh, he lowered his own hand. What a guy. Hey, Mary.
Hey there, how are you doing?
How are you?
Our business, I'm doing good, thank you. Our business is a little bit different. We talked to you guys at IAPA. Because we already have roller, we already have all that stuff. This additional package, I don't know how it would work with us. The question that Eric is asking me now, he wants to know about just the Google part of it, just having you guys do marketing for us. Is that something that you can do? Since our website is a little bit different, we aren't a bounce house company, so
What do you guys do?
I own the floating inflatable water park in Central California.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we can totally do marketing. Just text us that you're interested in marketing, and you may need Google ads, you may need Facebook. Every business is kind of different. We do a little bit of everything, SEO, all that. So just text us that you're interested in marketing. We could set up a call and we can go through your business and spend some one-on-one time with you.
We bought Event Hawk at IAPA, and right now I guess we're just waiting for our profile or our account to be set up, and then we need to learn about it so that we can implement it. But it's our off season, so this is when we try to get all this done. So we'll text you. I appreciate it. It was a really good Zoom. Thank you so much.
And hey, everything we shared today is really not just for party rentals.
No, true.
really cool.
And I took
Same thing. So
I
thank
took-
you.
I took screenshots and I sent some video snippets to Eric because he's in Mexico right now, getting ready to open that other park for us. So it was very good information and I appreciate it. I wish everybody luck.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by at IAPA. It was really great talking to you guys, and really, I mean, we appreciate you sticking around and learning. This is what we love.
I can't wait. I can't wait to use Event Hawk because right now my phone doesn't get service at our lake because we are out in the middle of nowhere. So when someone calls our 800 number, it comes through to my phone, but I can't answer it. So I end up having to text them like, hey, we don't get good cell service, but you can text me here. And Event Hawk is going to take over all of that for me. So it'll free up my time to be able to be out on the park shooting content, doing other things that owners of businesses are supposed to be doing.
Awesome. Well, super excited for you. Thanks again, Mary. Say hello to everybody.
I will. Thanks, Tariq. Have a good day. Have a good night.
Bye, Mary.
Bye, Jana.
Oops. All right. Next we have Chelsea Brown. What's up, Chelsea?
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I had a question on the Google marketing. So are y'all going to also be doing ads or what do you mean by Google marketing?
Man, I must have did a terrible job if I didn't explain that. Yes, we're going to guarantee your website a position at the top of Google. So
Okay, so is it an ad or like an SEO kind of thing?
Google Ads.
Like, okay, Google
SEO,
Ads.
Yep. SEO, we can do SEO, but I would recommend that after you've already optimized your Google Ads. SEO, again, SEO takes a long time. SEO could take months for you to see results, and the most serious customers Google it. This is not just me. Some people really get mad when I say that SEO comes second to Google Ads. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. They're like really, really crazy about SEO. I'm not telling you SEO is bad, but like they've done tons of studies, like spent millions of dollars to learn how a customer thinks. And the customers that are ready to book, they're more likely to click ads. The customers who are just browsing, just really want to learn about what you do, they're the ones that go to SEO. So you need both. But if you tell me, hey, which one if I ask you, which one do you think you should prioritize? If you can only afford one, or if you're just starting out, or if you're a smaller to medium-sized company, you just want to pick one, which one would you pick first?
Okay, I get what you're saying. I mean, I just didn't know, like, is it like just the one ad or how that was working in the $149 price?
Yeah, Google Ads is our most popular program after EventHawk. It works like super quick. You'll see results right away. It's like literally like turning on a tap. So you're definitely gonna be really, really happy. Just kind of let us do what we do. We're really, really good at it. We're really, really good at Google Ads. That's actually what I did before EventHawk, was just Google Ads. And because of Google Ads, we learned like, man, we're getting really, really good at getting people to the website. Now let's turn those clicks into paid bookings. And that's where the funnels came in. So you'll be very happy with that. If you're interested in SEO, once we get your Google Ads going, we can look at your area and see. Let me just show you guys real quick, since I'm getting a lot of questions about SEO. I'm going to give you guys some SEO love real quick. Or I'm going to give SEO some love. This is what we do for our SEO clients. But before I tell you, these people are paying us $1,000 a month in some cases. We charge anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month for this. And this is what they get every single month. Let me pull up. Just so you guys see, I mean, what SEO is. This is kind of more like for the Google Maps. Like if you can afford this, do it. Again, like I said, we've got people paying us over 30 grand a year. If you can do that, if you want to, just grow it, you need this stuff. You need to be on Google Ads. You need to be on SEO and Facebook, social media. If you can afford all that, then yeah, let's do it. But we're not all about just taking your money. I mean, I could take your money and tell you need all this stuff and sell you, pay me $3,000 a month. But for most of you guys, you just need Google Ads. Then when you're ready to take on more bookings, then we'll work on that. This is what we send our customers every month. This is part of our SEO package. We're going to work on ranking you higher on the Google Ads. That's what Google Ads is. But SEO is going to be your Google Maps and your Google search. And we send you a report like this every month where you're going to see a map and you're going to see where you rank. So here, you're ranking #1. You're #1 on Google Maps here. But when we go here, you're #3. So you might say, well, Tariq, this is where all the money is. This is where all the mansions are. What do we got to do to get up here? And that's what we'll do for you, right? So when you get one of these every month, you're going to be seeing more and more green in your area. But again, this could cost you anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month just for this part of it, other than the Google Ads. So if you're there and you can invest, then yes, do it. You need to do this. It is important because again, with Google SEO, once you get up here, you stay up here for a long time. With Google Ads, the only downside of Google Ads, once you stop the Google Ads, your ad goes away, right? It's only up there as long as you keep paying Google. So that's why I say get this first, because it's worth it to pay $1 to get a $500 order, right? But then once you've done this and you've maximized this and you got some extra money, then hey, Tariq, let's do SEO. Let's get you at the top of here and here, so that when somebody searches, they see you here, here, and here all at the same time, and you catch people on all different parts of the journey. So if you're interested in this, just text us the word SEO audit or something like that, and we can send you some prices. Just text us SEO. We can send you some prices on SEO. It's on our website as well. If you go to our website, eventhawk360.com, you'll see it right at the top. Other services, SEO service. You'll see here's our prices: $495, $695, and $995. These are our packages. Just kind of depends on how fast you want to grow. So the faster you want to get to the top in more cities, this is going to get you there as fast as possible. This is going to be just a little bit slower. They're all good. They're all necessary, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of tedious work. So sorry to go on a SEO tangent, but I hope does that answer your question, Chelsea? Or did
Yes,
I go
it does. I have one more question for you. How long is it going to take for y'all's websites to get up and running?
Like I said, we can get it up in as little as 2 weeks.
Okay.
We'll work as fast as you are. Literally, before we even got into this, we've already got 30 people sign up for our website. We just kind of told a few people about it, see what they think. We told just, and everybody's like, oh my God, let's do it. And out of those 30 people, a lot of them are just dragging their feet. I mean, and that's just, it's not on us. They're just like, oh, it's the holidays. And I get it. That's fine. But,
It's off season too.
Off season. Yeah, we're ready. But I mean, we're here. It's not off season for us. My team works, right? This is actually our busy season. So we're here.
So how long does it take to move from BCN? Because that's who I have. I have Bouncy Council Network to EventHawk.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
we can, I would say probably, I know you and I know that you're a go-getter. So I would say, less than 2 weeks for someone like you, that responds and will work with us and, you know, show up and all those kind of things, we can get it done pretty quick if you're just as, you know, active in the process as we are.
Yeah, all right. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm just gonna let Jana answer questions from now on, because apparently I can't. I'm talking for an hour, and all of a sudden Jana says 2 words, and Chelsea's like, "Oh, of course, yeah, great." You know, all right. I get that a lot. So thank you, Chelsea. Let's go to Dave. I don't know if your name's Day or, but you're raising your hand. I just asked you to unmute. Thank you for joining. How can I help you? Said, how can I help you?
Hey, how's it going? It's Dan, but it's day and night
What's up, Dan?
party rental, so just want to keep it easy.
Thanks.
Hey, so I got 2 quick questions for you. I like everything I see that of your package. 2 concerns I have are I've currently been running Rentmaster, and it's kind of old school. But 2 things that I really like about it are just that if you have 40 things going on in a particular weekend, I can print out an overview of the whole week. So if I'm driving in my car, someone has a question, I don't have time to maybe go into the app and figure out exactly what their order is. I can just look at my printout. So is there a way to see an overview of the week, you know, printed out all on a couple pages, and also inventory? Can you do the same thing? So if someone calls me and I'm on the road and you know, secretary's out to lunch, whatever, and I get the call, hey, is this slide available for this Saturday? I know you could go on to the website and check it that way, and it might take a moment, but like I said, maybe I don't have the greatest service and I just have a printout in my vehicle. I can pull over the side of the road, look at my latest inventory sheet. Is there a way to get that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I actually do that. Yep, I do that for my business too. We do that for the week of bookings. I like to have kind of a ready to see what's available for the week.
Yeah,
So
it's a good way to, like, you know, let the office staff know, hey, you know, we're out of obstacles for this particular weekend, or we only have this unit left. So I like how it's a lot of everything online, but we still, for whatever reason, we get a lot of like people like to call in my area versus booking online. So I'd be happy if they all booked online, but they like to call, ask a lot of questions, and then, you know, give the card over the phone and whatnot.
Well, let me tell you, man, if you've got Rentmaster, man, you're an OG. So I don't know, man. Sometimes they say you can't teach an old dog a new trick. So if you're ready, we had a couple people switch, and then they're like, I really like Rentmaster. They're just kind of stuck in their ways. They're not ready for the next level. So
Yeah, that's definitely me. But you know, I've been seeing more and more of this new automation and text messages going out and emails, and it you know, it sounds so futuristic, but it's out there.
well, let me tell you,
We
the
have a-
scariest. Go ahead, Jen.
We have another customer that recently switched from Rentmaster as well, and they're like beyond happy. Like they tell me all the time, I wish I would have done this forever ago. But they're old school too, you know, like I'm old and I know Rentmaster, but it's gonna blow your mind. It's stressful and you're like, oh my gosh, it's something new, but it's a lot easier than you think. And I think you'll be super happy.
Sounds great. I've already signed up for a time slot. And one
Awesome.
other quick question. I know it said something about it helps with your routing. Is there a way where you click a button and it just shows a bunch of pegs of where, because I don't want necessarily the computer to figure out the route for me. I kind of want to do it manually,
Yes.
but I'd like to see a picture of where all the deliveries are going. Is there a way to do that?
Yep, Tariq does it. He lets it do, well, his wife lets it do it for them, and I do it the old school way, the way you want to do it. So we're both versed at both, you know, sides of it if you need help. But yes, it'll show the pin drops for each location, and you don't have to let it route for you. You can do it on your own, or we still have people that do paper and pen and they just look at the map. So yeah, all of
Perfect. 'Cause
that.
that helps with if you have multiple trucks and splitting up the deliveries evenly, etc.
Yep.
Okay, great. You've answered all my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining. I was going to say the scariest thing for me as a business owner is to not have a legacy, to have a business where only I know how to do everything. That's what keeps me up at night. Sometimes I'm like, man, my wife doesn't even know the password to this thing. Like, man, like if something were to happen to me, what the heck's she going to do? You know? So that's kind of the problem with doing things too old school, or really not having something that's got good support. You want to know that if God forbid something happened to your kids, you know, or you just want to leave, you just want to pass it on to your employees or hire somebody.
Yeah,
It's-
I would love to pass some of my duties off to other people. It's just like you said, I've
This
been
is
in
gonna
the
make it a lot easier.
archaic,
I'll tell you.
old school.
I've been to the office. I could count on my hand how many times I've been to the office this summer, and this is a lot of it. This helps a lot. So thank you. Excited to have you. Looking forward to be talking to you on the call.
Thank you.
All right, we got Jessig's. Oh, sorry. Did I not unmute you? Jessig's iPhone had a question.
Yeah, but you just answered it. I was just gonna ask about the routing myself. So we're all good, thank you.
Routing is very, very powerful. Routing is we've been using it for you. We rely very, very heavily on it. My wife she can't live without it. That's like where she spends most of her time. We do our routing. We do it Tuesday is when we do our routing. On Mondays, our software will collect all the payments, get all the contracts signed, everything that's missing. And then we finalize everything. And then Tuesday, starting Tuesday, we don't allow anybody else to book online. So,
Yeah. Am I gonna have to transfer everything over from BCN? I literally just started this business and I just did everything with BCN and I'm literally going live on Thursday. And I was like, where were you a month ago? So I could have just started with you from the get-go. But now before I even go live, I'm like just waiting for the domain name goes live on Thursday and then I'm gonna come to you on Monday.
Yeah, we just launched this, so it's not.
How easy is it to transition? Do I have to sit there and redo everything I just did? Which is okay, because you're coming with a lot more.
We'll walk you through it. It's actually it's a lot easier than you think. We'll show you everything in the sign up session once you schedule a call. Did you schedule a call? Some of you
Yeah.
guys. I gotta say something here. I'm seeing a ton of signups. Pretty much everybody is scheduling a call, but nobody is submitting the questionnaire. So you guys.
Oh,
gotta
I didn't
do
see a
that.
questionnaire.
It's a questionnaire. As soon as you do the call, it should send you a question. It'll send you a text if you don't do it. But you didn't see a question. What happened after you scheduled the call?
I got back to you.
Saying they did, yeah, they didn't get anything. Didn't
Yeah,
get a
they didn't get
questionnaire.
nothing.
It didn't send me one.
All right. Well, it would have been nice to know. All right. Well, I'll send everybody the questionnaire first thing tomorrow. Then, actually, we could do it tonight. Vanessa, are you on?
She just said she'll do it.
Okay. Vanessa, everybody who signed up, they should be tagged something. So we'll do it tonight. We'll send you guys a questionnaire tonight. If you signed up for the dollar deal, you're gonna get a text tonight. Don't get mad. Don't tell me why you texting me at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock. You just went to sleep, so don't get mad. Just put your phone on silent. I just want to get it to you right now. So we'll do that as soon as I'm done here. I'll make sure Vanessa gets it done right here. Just Vanessa, make sure that the number of people that you're texting matches the number of people who signed up in the pipeline and the opportunities. So let me know if you have questions. Message me, please, before you do it. We don't want to text.
Tariq, how are they getting the free book?
I told them to take a screenshot of the website. Let's go there again.
Alyssa, this is for you.
All right, so free gift. Go to eventhawk360.com/free book. So screenshot this. If you're on a Zoom, I know some of you guys are on Zoom on your phone and you want to do it right now. Just take a screenshot of this. Once you go to that website, you can get the coupon code to get the book 100% free. All right, next we have Wendy. What's up, Wendy?
Yes, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking for my cell phone to take the screenshot of the website. So yeah, I was wondering, because you said it before, but I just want to make sure, because I'm over with IO. So in order to do the transition with you, do I have to call them, do something with them, or your everything will be done by you?
We'll talk. If you have Inflatable Office and you want to switch to us, just sign up and we will we'll talk to you about that. Just put something in the notes that you have Inflatable Office. Is that the best thing, Jana? Should we still have them do all that stuff? Yeah, I think so.
If-
Just sign up like everybody else. We're gonna reach out and kind of filter everybody. So we'll know if you have Inflatable Office. It does ask you which booking software are you with. Just pick
Okay.
Inflatable Office and we'll know that we'll have a separate conversation with you to get you moved on.
Okay, wonderful. And the other thing I wanted to know, we always talked about this once by text a few months ago, but all the the pop-ups and everything, because I'm from Montreal, Canada, so I'll need it to be in French. So would that be an issue or?
You could translate it. I won't.
Okay.
So
Okay,
everything's
perfect.
in English. But yeah,
Okay, so
you
I'll
can-
translate.
it supports all languages. You just need to change the templates into French.
Yeah, we
Okay,
have
cool.
other people that have changed it too.
Okay, so I'll have access to it to change the language and everything, the reading.
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful.
I see a bunch of people getting the book. The book is actually an ebook right now. We didn't get around to printing it yet. I only have one printed copy. Right here. So
Can you show again the website, please, for the book? Because I was looking for my cell phone when you showed it again, so I could go get the book too, please.
say that again? I'm sorry.
If you could show the website again where I could
Oh,
go
yeah.
get the book.
sorry. Yep. So right now we only have an ebook. So you're gonna get a free copy of the ebook. As soon as you get it off the website, it's gonna be emailed to you. So you should get the email within a few minutes of checking out. So it's eventhawk360.com/free book.
Okay, good, thanks.
Bunch of anybody who orders the book, look for an email shortly. You're gonna get 2 emails. One of them is going to be confirmation of your order, and the other one is going to be the actual book, the PDF version. If you don't get it, text us. The number that's been texting you for the reminders for the event, the number that's been texting you all night or leading up to this Zoom, that's a number that we monitor. That's monitored by me and like 20 other people. So if you don't get the book, or if you're confused about something, or if you don't, whatever, just text us. That's the fastest way to get support from us. So go ahead and text back if you have any issues there, and we'll get back to you guys ASAP. Thank you very much. All right, next we have Ron. What's up, Ron?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'll be real quick because you kind of answered the question, but I'm still a little confused on it. I recently signed up with IO like a week ago, but just yesterday signed up with ERS because I was kind of switching over. But now you threw this out here, this bombshell. So now, like I
Ron, come
literally
back to the other side.
that's what I'm trying to do. So I was still confused if we signed up with IO already, is that an issue? But I literally been there for like 2 weeks. I haven't launched, I haven't did anything yet. I literally can show you my ERS welcome page on my computer.
Just did it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we work with all the website providers.
I know.
They're fine, but again, they're developers and they're salesmen and they're nerds. They're not party rental business guys like us. So that's why
What you said makes sense. What you said
Yes.
makes sense. It's a constant upsell, and that's why I switched, was because of the upsells. And then you said all this in this live here, and I'm like, dang, everything I've switched for, he just shot down. Why I switched? So yeah, I'm gonna beg you guys to let me in. I put it in the notes though. I put it in the notes.
Go ahead and sign up, and then we'll take care of it. We'll help you get everything together.
Okay, sounds great.
Well, we'll take care of it. Yep.
No, I didn't go live. I've only been there like a week or two.
I'm excited for you, Ron.
Thank you. Me too. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, next question. I don't see anybody else raising their hand, so if you raise your hand right now, you'll get right in. You won't have to wait, and then you can go to sleep.
We do have a couple of people that can't find the raise the hand button. So they're talking about, or they're asking about the pricing after the 3 months. And Vanessa wants to be unmuted. But in addition to that, so after the 3 months, basically, there's a couple of things that are going to happen. We're going to talk to you about whether you want to stick with Google Ads. how many units you have so we can determine your pricing for the website. We can have these conversations as well early on. So at, not at 3-month mark, like, oh my gosh, whatever. Everything is very reasonable. It's very comparable to what other booking softwares charge. So it's not anything like exorbitant or, crazy. Don't panic. But all of those questions, if you send us a message into the text chain, we can show you the regular pricing. And then somebody did ask if we have off-season pricing, and we do. Inflatable Office does not for the website, but for any ad services or services with EventHawk, we do offer off-season pricing that typically starts October, November, and runs to February, March, depending on what area of the country that you're in.
Hey,
Go
can
ahead.
you just list your messages?
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get that message sent out. You asked me to message you.
Yes, I didn't get a chance to look.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going down this list, Tariq,
Okay.
and you can look at that.
Jana, I'm gonna go into
Yeah.
a breakout with Vanessa.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish answering questions, and I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Next I saw JC. JC, you have IO right now. So if you're just transferring a new template design, or you're transferring to an EventHawk site through IO, everything will stay the same. Let's see, where can we see the price to host a website with EventHawk? Christian, it is going to be based on number of units. The first tier, if you don't have anything set up with Inflatable Office right now, it starts from 39 and can go up to like 200 plus, depending on what how many units you have, what level of service. If you add on like any of their modules and stuff like IO Phone, or there's like a workers app, like a advanced CRM. But in all of the customers that we've been signing up before this webinar that we did as kind of trials, it was either the same or less than what they were paying with their other software providers. So again, I don't think that some of them were saving a ton of money. So it's very reasonable. I think the most expensive one was paying maybe like $140 a month or something like that. Something else that's different with IO is that, like Tariq mentioned in the video, Google Pay, Apple Pay, all of those things, you're not locked into one credit card processor. So you have a lot more flexibility as well. Anybody else have any other questions? Is anybody excited? I'm super excited for everybody. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through to see if I missed anything else. I don't see, is anybody raising their hand? Been wanting this since I got EventHawk, which is about the same time I started this business. Definitely excited to learn more about the new offer. This new offer is crazy. Like, I'm kind of jealous, not gonna lie. The savings is insane, and the fact that we can do this, and give you guys time to get your sites up and running and your advertising, kind of dialed in, I think is really a great opportunity. And I just realized that I can't see anybody raising their hand because I am not a host. So I'm going to try to message him. So if you can put your question in the chat, I will, I'll answer your question. Sorry about that. I literally just thought of that. You guys probably think I'm dumb. Is the 150 an off-season price? If the 149 he advertised after the 3 months, that is the base price for Event Hawk, and I think the lowest tier of Inflatable Office, if I remember correctly, that is not off-season pricing. So this year, and it may be different next year, like our ad services were half price. Our SEO was 20% off. And then we had like a yearly option for Event Hawk to save some money, or an off season. The do's and don'ts Tariq sends out before delivery. We are going to try to get those do's and don'ts maybe in a text message that you can send to your clients, but we can definitely put it like in a template as well and get that to everybody. Is there conflict of interest if Event Hawk is running ads for me, but also other competitors in the same area? Jonathan, it's really going to depend on market. We look at all of those things, population, demographic, before we'll take multiple clients in the same area. So we will, we can look at that and then kind of go from there. Let's see. Ed German is asleep.
I'm back, Jen. I'm here. Everybody
Okay.
should have. We just sent out text messages, so you guys should get a text message right now asking you to do that next step.
I just realized I couldn't see anybody's hands because I'm not a co-host or anything. George, except Google Pay, don't see an Apple Pay option. Will that be resolved on the creation of America? George, you have to be on a device that recognizes Apple Pay. So if you're looking at your website from a device that isn't Apple Pay friendly, Apple Pay isn't going to show up as an option, but it would for somebody else if they were on, like an Apple device. Do we write all our own content on the news site along with SEO from BCN? Anthony, you can rewrite your own content. You can copy your own content from if you have a different website right now, and you can put it into IO. And then the bullet points that Tariq showed earlier, all of that stuff can be put into your IO account all at once. Let's see. For the price of one day, I see them as Event Hawk members. Jana, do you know the quantity of units? The quantity of units for IO is like, I believe it's 10 and under, and then I think it's up to maybe 25, and then up to 50, and up to 100, I think, off the top of my head. I look at it all the time. Let's see. Is tables and chair. Tariq, table is considered a unit and chair is considered a unit, right?
Yep, it's unique units. So if you have 100 tables, that's one unit. 100 chairs, that's one unit. Yep.
Anybody else have any other questions? Tariq, somebody asked about if we could get a copy of the do's and don'ts that we send out for delivery. I'm wondering if we should make that a template as well.
Yep, we can do that. This is all new. So yes, we're going to be part of what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, again, this is not a magic bullet. We're going to be doing a lot more with you guys. My success, Jana's success, again, about 100 years of combined party rental business success. We're going to be doing a lot of Zooms in the off season, a lot of training sessions, and we're going to hear feedback from you. We want to hear what your struggles are, and I may not know all the answers, but somebody else on our team may be like, oh yeah, I do that. Like Jana and I do things very differently, which is why this works so well. But yes, we can get you guys the do's and don'ts. We can get you guys a template of that. And we can do a lot more. So I'm excited about that. I want to learn from you guys too with this. So we're excited.
Oh, Jonathan, you're gonna make me tear up, my friend. We appreciate you as well, and we are so happy that everything is working out for you.
Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan's awesome, man. That's the example of he always puts in the work, always shows up. Sometimes I'm like, man, you show up more than me. So thank you, Jonathan. People like that kind of remind me that sometimes it's like it's a lot of work doing these webinars. You'd be surprised how just telling somebody earlier, I would never imagine public speaking to be what I do, but thank you for showing up, Jonathan, and everybody else. It means a lot. It's really motivating, very humbling. Thank you for reminding us why we do what we do. You're the man. Well, there's over 50 people still in this room, and you guys are here for a reason. You guys have questions. Doesn't have to be about what we talked about today. Clearly, you guys are here for a reason. What do you guys? If you guys have specific questions about anything, I may not know, but somebody else may be able to weigh in. So we can do just kind of a general Q&A if nobody else has questions. George said we're 3 months old. I think we're laying down a good foundation with the EventHawk. Super excited to have you, George. Hey man, you can do one of two things. You can either wing it like most of us and 10 years later figure out that, hey, I should hire an expert to do it for me, or you could get it done right from day one. Time and money, not telling you there's a right or wrong answer. Everybody kind of has to decide. I was like cheap, like I want to do everything on my own. I don't want to pay anybody to do anything. I'm gonna get rich by saving money. I learned the hard way that it's the wrong way to do it. You want to get rich and you want to grow by making money, not by saving money. And to do that, you have to delegate, you have to hire experts. And somebody said recently, somebody was complaining about high gas prices and all that. And they said, you could get a hybrid and you could do all this all to save money, or you could just make more money. Instead of complaining about gas prices, just go make more money. Like complaining about prices going up isn't going to make things any better, but you could just go out there and make more money, start a new business, do something else to make more money. And when I heard that, I was like, man, it's so true. Like you can't control gas prices. You can't, but you can control how much money you make. Like you can decide, hey, I'm going to hire a EventHawk and I'm going to get this website and I'm going to get a Dolly and I'm going to get this inventory and I'm going to make more money. That's a decision you can make that you you're in control of. So kudos to you, George. Super excited to have you so early on. Wendy has another question. Go ahead, Wendy. Sorry, I forgot your name.
So yeah, I was wondering.
Wendy has a very deep voice. No judgment.
Yeah, because me being from Montreal, Canada, my off season is pretty long. It's about 7 months. So I was wondering, do you guys have a special stuff that you do in your off season in order to have cash flow still coming in?
We did a webinar about this. It was like 3 or 4. We went on for a long time. People talked about different ideas. Me personally, I used to. We got into photo booths in the off season, movie screens, tents, heated tents. We did a lot. I eventually learned, just my opinion, the best thing to do in the off season is to prepare for the busy season. Because in the off season, you could work really, really hard and kill it and make like 5% of what you made in the busy season, or you could just do what you're doing right now. Learn, read, educate yourself, upgrade your website, do these things. And then so that when busy season does come, you can make 30% more, right? So that's kind of how I think about it. I find that the best thing to do in off season, relax, spend time with your family, and prepare for busy season. That's what I like to do in off season. Anybody else wants to weigh in? Go ahead. I know people do Christmas lights and fall and other stuff. But for me, I find dollars to donuts, preparing for busy season is the best thing to do.
Your off season, how long is it?
I'm in Chicago, so I'm like you, man. We got like 6 months. We shut down October, November, December, January, February, March, and half of April, almost 7 months. that's it. We do so well in the busy season. We close for 6 months. We don't even take orders. Like, we don't even open for Halloween. But it's not just all this stuff. It's like, we know how to organize our business. And I did a video about like how to organize your money and how to pay yourself like a boss. If you look at my YouTube channel, there's a way to do it to where you can take a look, you can create an off-season account and take a little bit every week and put it in there. And the next thing you know, you have enough in your off-season account to take a few months off without having to stress. So that's what we do. It took a couple of years to figure it out, but I think it's a great start. So check out that video. It's called How to Pay Yourself Like a Boss or something like that. It's on my YouTube channel. Definitely highly recommend you do that. Make a big difference.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Jana, what else we got? Thank you, Event Hawk, changed my life and my family's life. JC, it was so awesome meeting you and your wife and your kid, man. Yeah, if you guys saw the picture of the baby with the Event Hawk hat, that was JC's baby. Thank you, man. You've changed our life too. Really appreciate you. Edgar, I like hearing everyone's answers and learning, since I can't think of many sometimes. I'm with you, man. Best way to learn is to sit there and just, sometimes the best way to grow and to move forward is just to listen to everybody else's screw ups, right? We already screwed up, so you don't need to make the same screw ups. Christian says, sorry, I'm a noob. So after 3 months, it'll be $149 for the base package plus $39 a month to host the website. Anything else I'm missing? I don't think that's correct. So if you don't already have, so the $149 is going to cover the website, Event Hawk. I mean, we have different packages for that. The hosting of the website, you should already have a website hosted through, I use SiteGround. Some people use GoDaddy or something like that. If you don't have that, then I would recommend going and buying a domain and hosting it. We can do that for you and just pass the cost down, but I think it's good for everybody to have their own hosting plan. It's like $100 a year or something like that to get hosting and domain. I recommend SiteGround. Their support is awesome. I've literally broken my website, like literally crashed the whole thing. And because I'd like to touch stuff that I don't know what I'm doing, I know I shouldn't be touching. And within like 10 minutes of chatting with SiteGround support, they were able to get it up. One of our Event Hawk clients does not have a website with Event Hawk. He has a website with someone else. And he got a virus or something happened. His website went down. He was down for like 2 weeks. Very, very big guy. Makes over $1 million a year. And I mean, he's lost tens of thousands of dollars because his website crashed. And he was just with the wrong people. I mean, they didn't support him. They're like, sorry, you got a virus or something. We don't know what to do. It's not our problem. And I couldn't help him, right? Because it's not my website. But definitely recommend SiteGround for that reason. I hope that answers your question, Christian. Going off on my tangents. Josh Tisley said, been waiting to start Event Hawk, so this combination really makes it even more of a no-brainer since I already have IO. Yes, sir. Super excited to have you. Got to ask yourself, who's got my money? Yes, sir. JC says, if you're thinking of getting Event Hawk, get Event Hawk now. Thank you, JC. Super appreciate you, man. Southern Cali, I don't shut shit down. Hey, man, you guys in California are crazy, man. You guys got those mountains, man. Go for it. If I had weather like you guys, I wouldn't shut down either, but I thought about moving out by you and setting up shop right next door, but it's kind of nice taking a few months off. So that's where we're at. Florida off season, January 26th at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's hilarious. Christian, somebody already answered Christian. Chicago represent, yes, sir. Cameron said, is that for units or all inventory like concessions? Concessions, cotton candy machine is 1 unit. Popcorn machine is 1 unit. If you have 10 popcorn machines, that's still 1 item. Unique units is the best way to look at it. So that's kind of how it is. You need this stuff anyway. It's for the price. You really want to, I know a lot of you guys have either no website or you have Wix or Square because it's free. You really want to pay somebody a monthly fee for support for your business. I mean, your website is arguably your most important business asset. Your website goes down, you can't do nothing, man. Like if your Facebook page goes down, if your payment processor goes down, you still got your phone. If your website goes down, it's a wrap. That's like your store. So if you have Square or Wix, something that's free that you just pay like $30 for, it's done. Who are you gonna call when you have a problem? Good luck talking to GoDaddy. I got people with GoDaddy websites. Terrible, man. Like they will not do anything for you. You'll just pick up and go get another website. Be like, forget it, I'm just gonna leave it on the road. So you definitely want, with something as important as a website, you want to be paying somebody a monthly fee so that they owe you support, right? So if you have a problem, that's what you're paying them for. You can demand that versus just being like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna sit here and try to figure this out on my own. Hope that answers your question. Is Square free? Square payment processor, an account is free. They charge you like 2.something%, just like everybody else, honestly. It's like 2.7% plus 30, something like that. They're all so close, pennies. I used to look really, really closely at how much I pay for payment processing, but then it's just like you get so busy, it's pennies. It does add up, but whatever's more convenient to the customer. I would choose my customer's convenience so that I know I can get their payment versus the pennies any day.
Okay, real quick while you said that, because I just thought of this. Since you guys aren't asking a ton of questions, if you end up going with IO and you sign up for Square, they have, sorry if you heard my dog, they have a really cool option where you can save a percentage of your credit card transactions, like automatically, like they'll put it into a savings account for you and you don't even really notice that it's gone. So if anybody is, like, we talk about taxes and all that kind of stuff, that is a really awesome way to automatically have your taxes like put somewhere else so you're not spending that money. It gives you the option to decide like what percentage. So I do 12%. Our taxes are only 7%. So I'm saving like an additional 5% on top of that. But it makes that whole thing like less painful when you go to pay your tax bill every month or every quarter, and you already have that money set aside somewhere and you literally had to do nothing. You didn't have to remember, you didn't have to put it in an envelope, you didn't have to transfer it. It's literally sitting in your Square account, just in a separate, like, you know, section. That's a pro tip.
Best way to do it. Kevin says the financial coach in me appreciates how you budget for your off season. So yes, absolutely, Kevin. And me and Jana do it a little bit differently, but I like how you're doing it. That's big. That's a big chunk of change that you can spend at IAPA. Let's see here. Who transfers all your info? Sophie's asking. We do it for you. We help you with that. Square fee, you could just go to their website, look it up. Again, I think it's 2.75%. I don't know if they have it right on the website, but I would check it out. Somebody, or Jana, I think said 2.5 to 2.9%. You can negotiate. You're going to get to pick from a lot of different payment processors. My advice would be get Square first because they're the fastest. You can get Square on your website, accept Apple Pay, Google Pay, save credit cards on file, do all that through Square, and that'll get your website live. And then later on, you could say, okay, let me try global payments, add that on. Let me add on authorized.net. You could have multiple PayPal, but Square is the fastest. And guys, I tell people all the time, there's people right now looking for your business, even in off season, even in Chicago, in Canada, there's people searching for your services that are planning to book big couple thousand events in February, March, April, right? For Easter. And they're looking now and you're nowhere to be found. So you don't want to wait. I'm very much against, hey, let's take 6 months to make sure this website is perfect, then launch. No, let's launch yesterday because there's people, I mean, we'll fix it as we go. So that's why I'm a big fan of getting Square on there. And then the cool part is with this inflatable office partnership, you can get multiple payment processors and use whatever you want. I love what Jana said. We grew our inventory at one point because of something similar where we got a loan from PayPal. Square does the same thing. It was awesome. I mean, it was such a low fee and it was flat. It wasn't even like interest. Like you didn't even feel it. And they just took a few bucks every time we make a payment. Like they'll take a few pennies off each payment. Next thing you know, we paid like, I don't know, like $10,000 or $20,000 worth of inflatables. I think it was 26,000 exactly, actually. And we just paid it off like automatically without even realizing it. They just take a little bit off of each payment. So that's really, really awesome. Getting those capital loans.
Also, on top of that, with Square, I know I was giving you a hard time about Square earlier. Sorry. Also with Square, you typically get your deposits faster than you do with most other credit card processors. And then in addition to that, Square also has an option where, let's say Sally pays $500 today and you really need that $500. You can do like an instant transfer, and I think they charge you like 1.5%, but you get the money instantaneously. So like some processors, it's like 48 hours, 72 hours, or whatever. With Square, it's usually next day, but if you need it like 30 minutes later, you can get it 30 minutes later. It just costs you a few bucks.
Somebody asked about hosting. It's siteground.com, and right now they actually have a Cyber Monday sale, 86% off. So it's a good time to get that. Siteground.com. I just put it in the chat. That's who I recommend. Great support. Not the cheapest, but I was with the cheapest, and then I learned the hard way that don't mess around with your website. Get a good website from good people. Let's see here. Okay, I got the hosting link. Can we see an example of one of the soft launches? Can't do that. Sorry, Cameron, sworn to secrecy, but we will show you that during the call. We're still technically live here, so we definitely don't want to show off too much. Can we charge the Square % fee directly to the customer as a surcharge? Yes, you can. Wow, I didn't think anybody would ask that. You can actually easily say, hey, I want to pass off a credit card surcharge fee if they use credit card, very, very easily. I'm not a fan of that. Like I tell people, like I don't like when businesses do that to me. But if that's what you want to do, yes, you absolutely can. It's a great option for people who are primarily working with cash now. You're not really sure about going to credit card. It's a great way to pass on that bill. A lot of smaller places do it, but yes, you can very, very easily, and we'll do that for you. We'll show you exactly how to do it. Tell us what percent, and we'll pass it along.
Make sure it's legal in your state because it is against the law in some states.
See, that's why you gotta love Jana. I'm just like, do it. She's like, yeah, you'll get sued.
So exactly, like I don't want you to be like, oh, Tariq and Jana said, no thanks. Sophie is asking if we're going to do something like this with BCN or ERS in the next 6 months. Sophie, the answer to that question is going to be no, we are not. Is it legal in Florida? Jana, Jonathan, I am not a CPA or a tax accountant. I would tell you that it used to be illegal and now it's a very gray area. I would ask your CPA and check with your county because it does vary county to county in Florida specifically. If it's something that you're interested in doing, I would literally just raise my prices like $5 or $10 because the customer doesn't want to see that you're charging them to pay with a credit card.
I agree. I just again, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth when a business does that to me, and I'm just like, I don't like that they did that. But yeah, teach their own. Vanessa said Square also has Afterpay. This is one I haven't used, but it's actually really cool. If your customer wants to check out, you can enable Afterpay, and they'll see Apple Pay, Google Pay, and Afterpay. Afterpay is where they don't have to pay right now. Square will pay their bill. Square will pay you for your rental, and then they will just pay Square probably plus interest or something like that. That's a really cool feature for people who don't have it or just don't want to pay it right now. It's kind of like giving them like a Square credit card. It's very cool. Jump High Club said, why would you need hosting from somewhere if you have an IO website? Understand that if your website is with IO, your hosting is not with IO. I don't think IO does hosting. Your hosting provider is going to be SiteGround or GoDaddy or one of those big companies. IO may have done that for you through SiteGround. Hosting, think of hosting like rent. So your house is with IO. IO built your house, but the taxes on the land you're renting from SiteGround. So for you to get a live website online, you have to pay a hosting company a fee. It's not much, like $100 a year or $2 a month or something like that. I'm looking at SiteGround right now, it's $1.99 a month, $1.99 a month for hosting. Heck yeah, like do it. The cool thing is, you know, that's just like for unlimited websites. You can add websites. Each website is like $20 a year or something like that. It's really, really not much. What I like about SiteGround is they include SSL security, which I'm not going to go through too much, but it basically, it's where you get the lock on your website so that Google passes your website so that people can, if you don't have SSL security, essentially, Google will put a big thing on your website. This website is not secure. Don't put your credit card data in here. This website could have viruses. So by having an SSL certificate, you don't need to know what it is. You just need to know it's included with SiteGround, free. Most places charge an extra $100 for it. I highly recommend them. But if you already have a live website with IO, you probably already have hosting somewhere. You just need to know where it is. So how do you know who's hosting your website? This is cool. Let's do it right now. You can actually go to who is hosting. Just Google it and go to the first one that comes up and put in your website and it'll tell you who's hosting it. So tell me your website and I'll tell you who's hosting it. Sorry, I go up. You ask a
You can
question.
do
I
mine.
click.
Do the
All right.
happy bounce.
Do the happybalance.com. Who is search? And you are being hosted by domaincontrol.com. That ring a bell?
No. I think it's GoDaddy.
Okay, maybe they're, all right, let me use a different website.
I think it might be because it might be private or something. I don't know. Yeah. No, why don't you just go to whois.com?
Is it whois.com? I forgot what the website was.
Yeah.
So smart. All right. So do the happybalance.com. Oh, this is trying to.
Okay,
Whois.
but if you click Whois,
Yep, yep. GoDaddy, there you go.
there you go.
All right, now I got a bunch of websites I got to check. All right, we don't have that many people on, so I'll check them. All right, so
While you're
So-
checking that, I want to say something real quick about Square. Because people are messaging me, if you have IO already and you have a
Sorry.
different,
jump high, because I know you asked, you're with GoDaddy already. So that's who's hosting your company. So you're good. Sorry, go ahead.
nope, that's okay. If you have IO already and you're using a different payment processor other than Square, you can switch to Square. But like if you have a refund that you need to give that was done on the payment processor, you can literally log out of Square, reconnect to your old processor and refund from there. So it's not like this huge undertaking to switch from one to the other.
Yep. All right. I got everybody's, showed you guys on a screen. All right. Let's see if we missed any questions. Square also has Afterpay. Just switched over from Global Payments to Chase and wish I would have started with Chase. Oh, interesting. I don't know what Chase is called. Actually, I did used to use Chase. I did used to use Chase point of sale. I used to use them. We ended up getting a cheaper rate with Global Payments and it just worked better with our website. If you could find somebody who integrates with your website provider, with your party rental website provider, like Square, like Global Payments, that's just going to be the best, even if the rate might be a little different or a little more complicated. It's all about convenience, guys. When I had Chase, it didn't allow me to save the customer's card on file. What I like to do is I charge a 50% deposit and then the customer forgets to pay, of course, the rest. So we send them an email. A lot of times we'll send them an email with the link or the text and say, hey, you got to pay. So otherwise we're not going to deliver and they'll pay. The ones that don't pay, we'll just call them or text and be like, hey, we got a card on file ending in 5646. Can we just charge it? Like, yeah, sure, charge it, please. I'm just so busy. And we just charge the card on file. So that's really what's convenient, that you don't have to hunt the customer down. You just charge the card on file. If a customer damages your unit, if a customer silly string any of that, you can just charge the card on file. If a customer, it's a day of the event, they're like, hey, we're having a lot of fun. We don't want you to pick up. Can we keep it one more day? Sure, I'll just charge the card on file an extra $75 or whatever your overnight fee is. You could just do that. You don't have to have them enter their card number all over again. So that's why we like to use Square and Global Payments for that. Let's see here.
Yes, Chase integrated with IO through authorized.net. That's so funny that you said that because we were literally just talking about that yesterday, Tariq, with the other guy's bank.
Yeah. I did not know it does that. It's awesome. Authorized.net. I don't know what they are exactly, but I know they do a lot of stuff. So that's cool that you got it. Thank you for sharing that. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Chase is pretty
definitely.
it's cool if
He
you already
says
have.
it stores cards and fees are much cheaper than Global as well. That is super awesome to know. So we appreciate that.
Thank you. Christian said, I just signed up with SiteGround and hosted my domain. I'm all set for the meeting. Did you get a text from us, Christian? You should have got a text with the next steps. So it's going to tell you, hey, if you could get your square ready. Again, we're going to show up to the meeting whenever you booked it. If we sent you a few, just not many things to have ready. If you have them ready, we can go live in literally a week. If you don't, then we're gonna have to schedule a follow-up call and help you out. So yes, get that stuff ready, get your domain, get your, make sure you have that username, password, get Square ready, get your email. You're gonna wanna send emails to customers, so you need your business email. And that should be it. Everything else just should be good. Can we add domains linked with my website? Not sure what you mean, Sophie. You want to clarify that question? I don't know if we answered it already, Sophie, but you can clarify. I noticed someone is hosted by Google. Will that help with SEO over a GoDaddy account? I was thinking the same thing. That's a great question. Yeah, I saw that you're hosted by Google. I wouldn't be surprised if it helps with SEO, but unfortunately for the both of us, Google does not share their algorithm. So I highly doubt Google is going to admit, probably illegal for them to say that, hey, if you get a website through us, it's going to rank higher, but it does make sense. So I would not go and switch over your domain to Google. That's the first time I've seen it, maybe second time hosted by Google. So I think you're good where you're at. I wouldn't, rebuild Rome or what's the word? Reinvent the tire or reinvent the wheel for that. I would just kind of leave it there. What are your tough on iPage as a web host? Oh, what are your thoughts on iPage as a web host? I've heard of them. I know of them. Hosting is hosting. For me, I did a lot of research. I've worked with GoDaddy, HostGator, Bluehost. There was another one I worked with for a while. I did a ton of research, and ultimately, for a little bit more, SiteGround, their support. I mean, I reached out to all of them because I wrote a book a long time ago. I did not sell a single copy because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know WTF. But the book was all about how to build websites from scratch in WordPress. And I was like, I had a bunch of affiliate links, and I was talking to all these different people, different website providers, and SiteGround, they just responded instantly. Their support was hands-on. They didn't, no offense to anybody. I mean, my parents are from Palestine, but they spoke English pretty good and they got to you right away. So I didn't have to really have a language barrier. They were pretty great. And that was pretty important to me. So I found that for my business, support and reliability is really important. And I just wanted to be with the best, even if it cost me a little bit more. So that's my thoughts on that. Sophie, go ahead.
What's up, Tariq? It's actually Freddie. I don't know why my daughter's name keeps coming up.
All right. That's all right. What's up, Freddie? I should have known it was you, man. You're really active in the chat, so it's good.
So I want to change my domain name. Is that something you guys can help me with?
Yeah, I mean, you just need to buy the domain and redirect it. Why are you doing that though?
I don't want to put LCC on it.
LLC. Your SEO. Your SEO will probably take a hit if you do that, though. I don't know if you have great SEO. If you don't have a good SEO, go for it. But
why not just keep both?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What I would buy. Are you keeping East Coast Inflatables?
Yeah.
Is it available to purchase?
I don't think so. I think when BCN did my website, they said, well, I don't think it was available.
So what are you gonna change it to then?
I was gonna see if East Coast Inflatable FL.
Okay, so that's fine, but I would keep East Coast Inflatables LLC.com as well, and you can just redirect it to your site so you don't lose your SEO.
Okay.
So you'll have both sites, but one will just, you'll use both domains basically. You can advertise with FL, but keep the LLC.
Okay, because I have a competitor by me. He has, looks like he has 3 different websites, but they all refer to the same website, if that makes
Yep.
sense.
That's what I want you to do with the, if you're wanting to change it to East Coast Inflatables FL, then keep your LLC site and just have it redirect to the FL site.
Okay, gotcha. Cool, thank you.
And Josh West says eastcoastinflatables.com is available. Freddie, you better go buy it right this second.
How do I buy it?
Josh is gonna sell it to you for $10,000 if you don't hurry.
Josh, buy it. No, just kidding. Go to siteground.com or GoDaddy or whoever your other website is through, and just type in East Coast Inflatables and it will. Oh, he says, just kidding. It's contact owner to purchase this. It's just an unused site. So just go look, and sometimes you can still get them even though it's owned by somebody. They just never used it.
I have no idea. All right, I'll talk to you about it. I don't know how to do that.
Message me. I got you.
Okay.
Yep, when we started, I started out teaching ads. So I had myadacademy.com, and I was just selling courses. I was starting at like $13 a month or something for like Google Ads, party rental stuff. So now when I launched EventHawk, I didn't want to lose all my SEO. So I bought EventHawk360.com and I just redirect it to my ad academy. This way, if you go to eventhawk.net, EventHawk360, they all go to the same website, but everything is still in the same place. So yep, just like Jana said, that's the best thing to do.
Somebody said, what about messages? Does it go through Facebook Messenger or someone else? If we're talking about EventHawk, you can integrate your Facebook page to EventHawk. So anybody that messages you from Facebook on your business page will go into your EventHawk as well. So you'll actually see it in 2 places. You'll see it on Facebook and you'll see it in EventHawk, but it'll have like the little Facebook Messenger icon or something on it to signify that it came from Facebook. The new website, does it have Messenger, and who does it use? So are you talking like a chat widget? Or are you talking about having like Messenger linked to it? Okay. EventHawk, yes. So EventHawk has a chat widget and it has the pop-up. Unpopular opinion, I don't care for the chat widget. I like to stick with the pop-up. Just, that is a personal opinion, just so you know. But yes, it all goes to EventHawk. So we have a Messenger option as well.
Let's see here. Cameron said, why am I so nervous to switch, but excited? Got to do what's best for your business, Cameron. For us, I hope that after today, you realize that we know what we're talking about and we care. And I mean, genuinely, we really do care about everybody's success here. If I didn't, I would have been sleeping right now or playing my PlayStation. But this is what we love, honestly. Like, you got to understand, I'm going to put Jana on blast here. The woman that you guys are talking to right now, and she's probably going to yell at me later for saying this, her party rental business makes more than I can ever pay her. She's at when she was over $700,000 a year or something like that. So there's no way I could pay her anywhere near there. Why she works for me, why she works for EventHawk, I still don't understand, but she could tell you guys, it's for really, like, I gave a little speech at IAPA. It's really the love. It's really the moment, the reviews that we get in, the messages where people are like, Tariq, Jana, you helped me quit my job. You helped me get my family, get to really do more for my family. Once you get that high, you're just like, man, this is why we do what we do. But that's really the biggest benefit. The websites that we do are great. EventHawk is great. But really what you're getting more than anything is you're getting people that do this for the love of it, that genuinely care about you and your success. I mean, I've helped thousands of people with their party rental businesses who will never, ever pay me a dime. And I continue to do it on my YouTube channel with my lives. This is fun for us. This is what we do. And honestly, if you guys weren't talking to me right now, I'd be talking to my wife about all this, and I doubt we'll be together for much longer because she gets sick of it. So you guys are, this is what we do. I get to talk to like-minded people. So Cameron, we hope we win you over, my friend. Either way, we're on your side. So looking forward to seeing you there. Jessig's question was answered. You won't regret it, Cameron. Thank you, Appleseed Party Rentals. Edgar said, I don't think it helps. I have mine on Google as well, but don't think how about Google. Yeah, it's about not helping SEO. Cameron said, I like VCN, but I prefer IO and EventHawk any day. When you're first choosing, I wished we had this option. I know, man, we've been asked for years, since even before we launched, people were asking me to build websites. I just tell people, listen, I could take your money and I could go figure it out, but that's just not what I love. I tell people, if you really want to get good at something, if you really want to make a ton of money, if you really want to be successful, do what you love and love what you do. That's the key for me. And that's what being a marketer is for us. Jan and I, the coaching, the mentoring, this is what we do. Building websites. We may later on start a department for, helping you optimize your websites or build a website from scratch, but this is what we love. So Inflatable Office makes it so that we can do what we love and still build websites. So thank you again to them for the amazing offer. And here we are. So Jump High Club says, wow, Josh, you bought that domain. I don't know if he did. Jessica said, the new website, does it have Messenger and who does it use? Okay, so that question was answered. Kevin said, she deserves to get paid $700K a year, Tariq. She absolutely does. I can't afford that from EventHawk unless you want me to charge you 10 times what we're charging. We can arrange that. But no, really, I mean, Jana, you could kind of share, but like Jana, you could tell them kind of your journey of what you were making before we started working together and where you are now. But really, I tell people, like, a lot of people want to work for us. We get a lot of people apply, hey, can I work for you? Just like, can I work for EventHawk like Jana? And I'm like, listen, if you're doing this for the money, you're gonna make way more working for your own business. Like this is not really a money thing. So Jana, I'll kind of let you take over. Jessica says, Jana, please go ahead. Let Tariq shut up. Go ahead. You can do some talking.
First of all, I love you guys. Second of all, just a little bit about me, and sorry for all of you guys who already know this, but there are definitely people that don't. So I have been in the party rental business with my husband for almost 13 years. For the first, I guess 10, roughly 9 or 10, for the first 9 or 10 years, it was just strictly side hustle. We both had full-time jobs outside of the business, and we would do it, on the weekends. And then probably I would say probably, well, actually it was year 3. We got to the point where we were just getting, burnt out or whatever. So we hired a crew, and they pretty much took over. We still worked, occasionally in events and that kind of stuff, but most of the deliveries were them. At that time, we were doing probably 150,000 a year. And each year we would have, a 10% growth or whatever, nothing crazy. But again, this was a secondary income for us. In 2019, we ended the year at 245,000. That was no marketing, one crew, really just growing our business, branding ourselves, relying on word of mouth and repeat customers. At the end of 2019, my husband lost his job, and we were like, oh, cool. It could be worse, but the party rental business had done so well that we thought we'll just, focus on this and grow the business. 2 months later, COVID hit, and everything we thought we were going to do kind of like wasn't going to happen. We were about 50% backyards and 50% like schools, churches, events at that 245. So we knew right out of the gate that we were going to lose about half of our yearly revenue, and we needed to make up for that somehow to be able to stay afloat during COVID. That is where the guy that's adjusting his camera right now.
I stole the shirt, man. Like, man.
It's blue. It doesn't even look purple because you're light. So anyways, that's how I met Tariq. We were kind of freaking out a little bit. And so I told my husband, I was like, let me look into, like some advertising, because like I said, we were doing 245. We had only like advertised. Don't ever tell anybody I told you guys this. We had only really like advertised like on a park bench or sponsoring like a baseball team or whatever. It's like all the things that I don't know that I would recommend anybody do. But those are things that we had been doing, and that was it. Ads were like really not a thing. We would post on Facebook. I never did Marketplace. I don't even think Marketplace existed at that point. But we hired Tariq in May of 2020. We started running ads with him like the 1st of June. And we went from 245 in 2019 to 330 in 2020. And that was like during COVID. We had lost a ton of business. And so I thought, man, this guy, he's not as crazy as I thought. I'm a super nice person. I don't like to trust people. So I had trust issues like in the beginning part of us hiring him, because it was a lot of money and it was something that we had never done before. And we were literally putting like all of our eggs in Tariq's basket and trusting that he was going to be able to help us, survive COVID. So we ended, like I said, at 330 last year. We went from 330 to 600,000. We were on track to do 700 this year, but we had a horrible hurricane. We'll still beat last year's numbers. I just don't know what those are going to be just yet. But from the second that we hired him until now, we haven't stopped advertising on Google. We advertise year round. We did stop advertising on Facebook for a while. It was just because we were switching websites and that kind of stuff, and it was just kind of lost in translation. But I would say about 27% of our sales come from our Google ads, and about 29 come from the Event Hawk pop-up. Guys, that's a whole lot of money. And part of it is our traffic from our Google and our SEO and our repeat customers and stuff like that. But I'm converting over $100,000 a year through the Event Hawk pop-up. Like, I don't do anything different than any of you guys can do. So if you're ever wondering like how much website traffic comes to your site and you lose them, that $100,000 that I'm telling you guys about is a prime example of, oh my gosh, Tariq, Event Hawk is what? No, I don't think I like it. Okay, yes, I'll try it. Oh my God, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I have to tell all my friends about it. Everybody in the party rental industry needs Event Hawk. And that's why I work, with Tariq, is because I know I'm a perfect example of what getting the right people in your corner, having somebody believe in you, push you, motivate you, inspire you, can do. And just like Jonathan said, I don't have to, he works in his business. He doesn't have another job he has to go to. My business is pretty much running, self-sufficient with my crews and my office help and that kind of stuff. But I do this because I want you guys to have that same success. I don't want you to have to go work for somebody else. I don't want you to have to be miserable. I want you to be able to build a business, that you can hand over to your kids if you want to. I want you to be able to to bring home a 6-figure income, if that is a goal of yours. And all of those things in this industry are attainable with the right coaching and mentoring and marketing and website and software, you know, and what you put into it, you know, my favorite customers are the customers that get just as excited about talking to me as I am about talking to them. So if we ever talk on the phone and I'm like overly excited and you're overly excited, you're going to be like one of my favorites.
Well, thank you for that heartfelt story, Jana. I mean, you mean as much to me. She's being humble, but she's made as big of an impact in my family's life as I've made in her life. Like she said, Event Hawk and the Google, that's all stuff that I did for myself. Just like Jana was kind of doing their business on the side, I was doing marketing on the side when I met Jana, and she's the one that really pushed me to talk to all you guys. And she's like, you should really go all out. And I'm like, no, it's just something I'm doing. I only had was working with like 20, 30 people at the time. And that was a lot. Didn't have a team or any of that. So Jana definitely gets credit for where we are today, really pushing me past my comfort zone and really taking us there. So I guess we both helped each other out. But you got a bunch of questions in the chat now. Let's see here. First of all, I can't believe you actually fell for that baseball team thing. I get those calls all the time.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
you want to get the little thing on the side of the fence? And I'm like, please. They're like, we only have one spot left. I'm like, bro,
Hey,
I know.
just to be clear, the team was actually named Do the Happy Bounce. Thank you very much. And all of their jerseys had our name on it. And my nephews got to be on that team. So there was, but, you know, that was huge though. 13 years ago, whatever that was, that was probably like 10 years ago. That was huge for our business. Like I can tell you that we still have customers from that baseball team that are 17 years old that we still rent to. Like, so while times change and that kind of stuff, if your heart is in it and that means something to you, like it meant something to us. I think I actually shared that picture on Facebook not too long ago. Like 100%, I think it was probably like $400. I don't know. It was totally worth it. Like I would do it again. Now, I don't think that should be common practice. I do think that there needs to be like an emotional attachment to it or some kind of feeling, not just like, oh, well, hey, I'm going to sponsor this team. Because normally when you do those things, especially in like bigger cities and stuff like that, you're not going to get the return on it that you want. It is really more of just like a feel good thing. I just happen to be in a really small market where that kind of stuff speaks volumes.
Well, now you make me look like a bad person. I didn't mean not to sponsor teams, not telling you not to do it. We here in Chicago, we get every single year. Do you want to be on the golf menu thing? We're going to put you on the side of the fence. It's like a salesman that's probably somewhere in California calling me. And I'm just like, dude, I'm going to put my money on Google and Facebook. That's kind of where we get our return. But Jana's point, yes. I mean, you really should. If you're doing it to give back to the community, absolutely get it. If you're doing it as a marketing thing to get your money back, then no, I honestly, I think it's
100%
terrible investment money wise. But hey, like Freddie's saying, he did it as a tax write-off. If it's like donating to church or the mosque, I mean, you're not doing it to get money back. You're doing it because you're doing it for you have an emotional thing. So that's my 2 cents on that. Sorry to sound standoffish like that.
You're right. The park bench, that was hilarious. Don't recommend that. I really don't. I mean, it was cool and people would stop and take pictures of it. It was fun, but definitely a waste of money. Oh no, not all the eggs in one basket. Really, I mean, at the point when I hired Tariq, that there was no other option. Like we had already lost 50% of our sales in cancellations from COVID that we had booked for summer and camps and all these things. And so I had no other choice. I had to put all my eggs somewhere and they just happened to fall in the right place. And I'll forever be grateful for what he's helped us accomplish.
Making me blush. Grateful for you too.
Freddie's wanting to know what he needs to do to get there. You know, I think that one of the biggest things for most people is they procrastinate. Procrastination is the thief of time. Like you only have so much time to take your business to the next level, or to learn that you have to spend money to make money, or put money into your business to get it back, or however you want to call it. But the way that you can get there is learning from other people and listening. Like Freddie, I'm gonna throw you under the bus. I love you, my friend. But we tell you, like, Freddie, let's jump on a Zoom. Let's jump on a call. Let's do all these things. Like, we give you guys so much opportunity to just shoot the crap and talk business and shop and things that, we've done that could work, or things that you could do better. When Tariq told me about Event Hawk, I pretty much made fun of him. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was not a good friend. I was like, it's spammy and scammy, and my customers love me and they don't want a text message. And literally the first day that I told him, I was like, I'll test it for a week. That's it. That's all I'm doing. This is ridiculous. The first day I was like in complete and total shock. I booked over $1,000 in orders, like on a Sunday afternoon. And I'm like, man, there's no way that this guy created this service that is wait, where is all this traffic? Why are they not booking on my $3,000 custom website that my booking software claims they're the best in the industry and they're going to take my business to the next level? And that's not happening. Like, me getting $1,000 in orders through my booking software is like rare in one day. But through this little pop-up, I got $1,000 in orders like within a few hours. By the end of the week, I was begging him, like, he's like, oh, maybe someday I'll launch it, next spring. I'm like, what? No, like tomorrow. Like, wait, we have to tell people about this, because you just don't realize. And then you get to the point where you're unsure, or people are like, oh, the pop-up, I saw somebody write, the pop-up is so annoying. It's annoying to you. I've had Event Hawk for over 2 years. I can literally count on probably both hands, maybe one, how many people have actually ever complained about it. And I'm driving as much traffic as I can to my website. So unless you have like crappy customers, I think most people they really like it. I have like, I don't know, I've gotten almost 600 Google reviews since I started with Event Hawk, and they all talk about communication and how awesome we are. And 90% of my customers, I only talk through text. So again, there's like, while yes, we are selling you services and, talking to you about Google ads and websites and all that kind of stuff, we are throwing so much free information out there. The webinars, the roundtables, text messages, group chats. I mean, we're pretty much accessible like 20 hours out of the day. You guys, I wish I had that, 10 years ago, because there's so much more opportunity now for everybody to really make this business or their business what they want it to be, and we can save you money and stop you from making a million mistakes like park benches, or buying all dry units. I mean, there's just, again, so many things that we bring to the table with just the experiences and the mistakes that we've made. Tax bills, I said that earlier, like, make sure you're keeping your taxes separate. There's nothing worse than getting a letter in the mail or a knock on your door that you're being audited for not paying sales tax. And then you owe $5,000 or, whatever. So if we have all these conversations early on and we can help you or guide you, all of this growth that you want to see and all of these goals that you want to reach, and, quitting your job or whatever it may be, are going to be a lot more attainable, a lot quicker if you do things, the right way. So Freddie, let's jump on a Zoom and me and you can like have a, let's do this talk. My website is dothehappybounce.com. it may have a Christmas countdown and some fake snow going through it right now because my husband is awesome. We have probably right about 100 units. I do have a large, I probably have 25, maybe a little bit more, probably about 25 holiday units. So those are just used primarily like for Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Christmas. I would never recommend somebody buy holiday themed units until further along in their journey, because I get that question all the time from people being on my website. Again, that I'm telling you, that pop-up, you think it's annoying, but it is a cash cow. Like literally, I think I would cry without it. So we have customers who cancel and then their sales like drop and they're like, oh my gosh, it was Event Hawk, you know, oh my God, nobody's booking. And then they come back. And I hate that for people, because in that interim of the uncertainty and questioning yourself and, you know, doubting the processes that have been tested by, you know, hundreds or thousands of operators, you're losing money. You're the one hurting, you know, and it's so affordable that that's a whole nother thing. We should raise our prices. Let's see. Kevin, I don't like talking to a bunch of people. I mean, I don't mind talking to you guys, but it's not my favorite thing. I'm nowhere like as awesome as Tariq is.
You're doing great. I was just thinking you need to do the next webinar, man. People are more interested in hearing from you than me. How you got to 600K. My business doesn't even do that much. So that's what the next webinar is going to be. Jana's going to get on a webinar and teach you guys step by step how to be a millionaire.
No, I'm not going to do that, but I do want to talk about something though, because I see this in the groups like a lot, and people will kind of like poke jokes about it, because I do like to joke around, even though I'm somewhat serious. I need to put this into perspective for you guys, just so you know, and then you can like hear how proud I am of myself and my husband and what we've built. Our population of the surrounding like area, including our town that we service, is probably right around 150,000 people. So I hear operators like bragging about doing 1.5 million, and they're in populations with 10 million people or 8 million people. And my little podunk town that I'm in and my little surrounding area is like a small fraction of what they're doing. And so I think that it's really important that when you take advice from people, and I'm not saying that I know everything or that Tariq knows everything, we're genuine people. We truly want the best for you. But I think that it's really important to factor in like where that information is coming from, because even though somebody's doing $1.5 million, $1.5 million in a population of 5 million isn't that hard. You know, I mean, it's hard, but it's not that hard. There's just so much more that goes into it. So when you look at your numbers and you set your goals, you have to be realistic to your market. I don't think I could do much more than 700,000 in my market. I need to go 40 miles north or 60 miles south. But once I make that jump, I need another truck, another warehouse. And what I spend making all those things happen and paying that extra labor is going to eat up most of my profit. And then it's just not lucrative. So I'm kind of like in my sweet spot at that 600,000 to 700,000 without having to expand. So get to know your market. That's really, really important. And don't compare yourself to really anybody else, because that's going to slow you down.
100%. We talked to, we work with quite a few multi-million-dollar companies or $1 million or more party rental companies. And to Jana's point, there really comes a point where you make more money in gross sales, but you don't necessarily make more in profit. And it seems like that number, just from the few multi-million-dollar company owners I've talked to, seems like it's about 200,000. And it seems like after you go above like 1 or 2, like over $1 million, you really, doesn't matter how much money you make, you're not really going to take home more than 200K. And I know that's a lot for you guys, and I hope you get there one day, but it's all about the net profit, right? Because otherwise you're just doing a ton of work. And for what, right? Like, I remember one year I made less than minimum wage. I made less than my employees, right? Like our guys would drive in with nice cars and we're pulling in a raggedy minivan. And my wife's like, why the heck are we doing this? So it's all about net profit. So to Jana's point, those numbers, and also this is really, really a big topic for me, because when I jumped in, I did make that mistake where I'm like, hey, this guy's a multimillionaire. I should do what he does. I should kind of idolize him and do everything he does. And I made so many mistakes because I did that, because again, not to say that they're not genuine, but what worked for him isn't going to work for me, because when he started 10 years ago, you were 20 years ago, he was advertising in yellow pages. Whereas now, if he were to start today from zero, he would have to do something totally different than what he did to get to where he is. So that's the thing I always say, learn from somebody who's just a little bit farther up from you. You know, that's why, in fact, when you sign up for EventHawk, this is a new thing we're doing. We're really going back. If you already have EventHawk, you're going to get mad that I'm going to say this, because you're like, how come I didn't know about this? But anybody who signs up for EventHawk, starting pretty much November, we're pretty much pairing you up with other similar sized companies, so you guys can coach and mentor and learn from each other. And if you're not happy with that, we'll move you to somebody with a little bit next level. But that's kind of part of what we do as well, as part of the service. It's a new thing we're doing, but to Jana's point, it is really, really important to learn from somebody who's just a little bit farther down than you. Like Jana, like you guys, some people will make the mistake of going to Jana's website. Oh my God, she's making $600,000-700,000. I'm going to do what she does. Buy a bunch of her units, which is a terrible, you buy the Christmas bounce house and the turkey bounce house. And like, that is a terrible investment for somebody just starting out, but it's easy to fall into that, to say, hey, if I do what Jana's doing, I'm going to get what Jana's getting. But it doesn't work that way. For her first maybe 5-6 years of business, she may not have had those units. So really important to keep that in mind.
I don't think I actually bought my first holiday themed unit until I started working with Tariq. So that was probably, like I said, in 2020.
Years ago, yeah, something like that. 2 years ago.
Yep.
Let's see here. Jessica, we're excited that you're putting all your eggs in the basket. Super excited to have you, man. Yeah, there's actually a tool. I'll show you guys this. I used to use this tool to see how many people are in your area. Let's see. I'm just going to type into Google city radius search. There it is. freemaptools.com. Am I sharing my screen yet? So this is kind of how we kind of formulate some of our marketing plans way back when. But you can do kilometers or miles. So let's say you want to do like a 20-mile radius around your zip code, and you want to see like how many people are there. You hit search and it'll show you, first of all, it'll list like all the cities. If you want to use it for like something on your website, it'll list all the cities, and you could toggle it like here, like to say, hey, these are the areas we service. So I used to use this. This is really cool. But it tells you that we have, I don't know where the number is. Population. All right, I know it's somewhere here. I'm just moving too fast. Find US cities inside radius. Find population on map. Here it is. Really old website, but it works. All right, so I'm going to go to, let's say, 20 miles around my zip code. And find population. Maybe. So again, that was freemaptools.com, and then I clicked find population on the left to get to where we are. And because I'm impatient, I'm going to hit refresh. Try again. Oops. Do I have to put, maybe didn't like the zip code? Find population. Let's try Orland Park, Illinois. Oh, I guess maybe you gotta do it from a drop down. All right, well, I'm gonna refresh and try one more time, put in the city name. Their son might be sleeping right now. Orland Park, Illinois. All right, I picked it from the drop down. 30 miles, let's just do 20 miles. Find population. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it up. Could take some more questions and then see if it's loaded. All right, let's see here. Janice said never do radio. Vanessa says I have 65,000 people in my county. It's pretty small. So yes, you can do well in a small county. Vanessa says don't let the population discourage you. Get the traffic and watch your rentals increase within the funnel. I went from 12K in 2020 to 79K in 2021. And that was all because of Event Hawk and Google Ads. Yes, Vanessa, thank you so much for that shout out. Vanessa's actually part of our team as well. We know how to pick them. We get you in as a customer and then pick you up and say, hey, let's work together. But Vanessa and Jana are the real OGs. Been with us from really early on. Any other questions, guys? Or are you guys just really admiring looking at my pretty face? See if that population thing still didn't work. So I might have to give it some time. We can wrap up if there's no other questions. I know it's pretty late in most places. So we'll let you guys get some rest. Most of you guys that have signed up, I see only half of you guys have submitted the onboarding form. Remember, like we said, we're going to put in as much as you guys put in. So just meet us halfway. If you didn't get a text from us asking you after you signed up and picked your date, it's going to say, you know, go ahead and submit the rest of your information. If you didn't get that text, let us know. We'll send it to you. But everybody should have got it. So I see that only half of the signups, about a little less than half, actually submitted, or more than half submitted it. So there's just a little less than half who haven't. So Jessica says couldn't sign up, too busy on a call. Okay, but did you get the text? As long as you got the text, just do it later while you're laying in bed. I promise it's not hard. Jessica, you got the text, perfect. I just want to make sure everybody got the text. So we're kind of freaking out. Our whole team is messaging here, blowing up, like, what the heck are we going to do? How are we going to get to all these people? So our team is freaking out, but we're going to be okay as long as you guys do your part. It just makes it puts a wrench in our operation when we're having to hunt people down and say, hey, can you please tell me what you want here, what you want there? So if you guys can at least do that, that would really help us and help my team not yell at me and say, Tariq, why the heck did you do this? This was a terrible idea. Now we got work for the next 6 months. But I do believe in you guys. I believe in my team. I believe in myself. I believe in you guys. This is why we did this now. We've literally had people asking about this for a very long time. We've decided to do it now because things are slowing down. This is the time, guys. If you're not going to invest in your business now, then, you know, I guess you're just not ready to take things to the next level. Things are slowing down. Let's do it. So thank you guys very much. The population thing is still not doing its thing. Sorry. But you guys can check on it tomorrow. Let's see here. I don't see any other questions. Looks like everybody got the text. If not, just let us know. Shoot us a text. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Anything else, Jana, Vanessa, anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you guys so much. We're super excited to be talking to you guys some more. And if you guys think of anything at all, let me know. We'll get this recording together and send it over to everybody who registered as soon as we can. You guys have a great day. Thank you.